welcome back to South Asia Wildcard Pro League Season 1, and we are here with Day 2. So yesterday and the day before that we had another tournament in Lanka, so Dhaka was busy with that tournament, so we had a break, but now we have continuously South Asia Wildcard Pro League matches as PMCO Fall Split 2021. Registrations is just around the corner. I think day after tomorrow or something we have the registration for the international tournament. So hello Dhaka.
Hi, thank you so much for the very kind introduction and giving the reason on why we weren't able to do it for the last few days, but definitely looking forward to some amazing action. I believe you did mention that there were some very interesting facts in today's matches for sure, so looking forward to those, and obviously looking forward to how every single team is going to be performing today, and yeah, just overall some great PUBG Mobile action.
Yep, with that I think we'll be seeing some really good action, and as I mentioned to you earlier, I think we have one of the biggest rivalries in this group between Mount Olympus and SDZ Esports, so that's going to be really interesting for us to see who's going to come up on top. With that, we have some of the best players playing. I think we have Hunter and Mifzal, who is known to be two best players in Maldives. With that, we have Torter also, and ISSL. Let's not forget, we have the participating teams over here. We have Group A and B, which finished on day 1, but now we are here with C and D. So we have OPMF Spectrals, STMZ, ISSL, Track Code Blacks, 187 Esports, RGC OPEX, Bullet Track, Squadrons. In Group B, we have FN1, Team Destiny, Soldiers Esports, Num Num Juice, Mount Olympus, Blades, Infinity Club, and SDZ Esports. With that, Dhaka, we have the match underway. So, what do you think? Any interesting zone predictions that might come onto your mind?
It's hard to say. I mean, obviously, maybe after the first zone, I can give you an idea. But right now, I'm hoping we get a military-based zone, to be honest, because it's always fun when teams have to make some sort of a risky play to get into the zone. You know, it makes it more exciting and a lot more risky. And whoever gets there first is always going to have that big advantage. But at this level, of course, I think you can expect a lot of different types of teams facing off. But yeah, I'm hoping for the first game, maybe a military-based zone at the end is what I'm thinking. We'll have to wait and see, I guess, on whether it will actually come true or not.
I think with that, you have you also know pretty much almost all the Sri Lankan teams, I think, playing today right now. I think you pretty much have an idea. Also yesterday after ISSL, Sri Lankan team ISSL, who was able to get the champions of Red Bull Fight or Flight, amazing performance coming in from them. I am hoping to see that same performance in this league as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting to see whether they keep the momentum from their previous tournament win coming into this. They're definitely going to be feeling good with the title win from Sri Lanka under their belt. But this is a completely different game. Obviously, they're playing with much better teams. But with that, we do have what looks to be a very balanced zone right now, almost dead center of the map. So Pochinki, as usual, is going to be the center focus, always one of those key POIs where people really like to play around, and just because it's a free rotation to almost any single area that they want to go to, and usually has 3 or 4 different vehicle spawns around the area. So always great, especially in this map, because you will be seeing teams using a lot of vehicles, obviously. And with that, we do see, I think, one player getting lost in the sauce right there. So already gets taken down. Not exactly sure who just got taken out there. Not even sure that he actually got run over. But anyway, we'll be moving on to the SDZ team. So this is one of those teams you said we will definitely be looking out for. So we do have Snipey, Torter, Zute, and Mixfal. So some really top tier players right here. And they are going to be looking to take control of this POI, obviously. And then with them, I believe it's going to be team number 23 right now, who's going to be contesting them in this location. So with that, it's going to be very interesting once the fight does break out. We'll be probably seeing a lot of interesting angles being taken, obviously, because we do see a lot of these players. They do like to play on the high ground, but sometimes, you know, if you get onto the high ground during the wrong timing, you can definitely pay for it. So it's going to be interesting. For right now, they're just trying to secure whatever they can in terms of loot. And usually, even though Pochinki is a very large area, sometimes you just get super unlucky with the houses that you want to loot, and you barely get anything that you can use. So it's going to be interesting how the RNG kind of works, as always. I mean, that's the most interesting thing about RNG. But overall, I think we'll be looking, this fight is going to be important for sure. Early momentum is always going to be a plus in tournaments like this.
And just as that, as I was saying about the rivalry, this is the two teams that I was talking about, Mount Olympus versus SDZ Esports. It's going to be the biggest rivalry that I have seen right throughout from many seasons. It's Mifzal or it's Aksam from Mount Olympus. So let's see. It's going to be one hell of a fight over here.
Yeah, definitely. So already we can see the Mount Olympus team. They are geared up quite decently. Obviously, I think Aksam really needs some best right here, because obviously you don't want to be taking on players of this caliber without any sort of defense to put up with it. I mean, even a level 1 at this point would be beneficial, because obviously you don't want to be going down super quick. You want a chance to at least retaliate a little bit. But with that, they are currently getting into position. They 100% know that there's another team here, and that's why they're playing on this side, trying to force them out into the open and just make it a little bit more difficult for them to kind of approach. So just having different angles also will help in taking the fight, having a crossfire and just being able to pressure from different locations, making sure that the SDZ team has to be very careful approaching them. So it's going to be interesting to see whether they want to get super aggressive this early. I mean, usually we do see that teams really like to secure the location that they drop in, but sometimes it might be a much bigger risk. But like you said, the rivalry, I think we saw this between, I believe it was team number 17 in the group in the first initial matches. I can't remember what the team number 17's name was. I think MacPen versus, was it, I can't remember the name of the other team that they faced up against. I think there was like a Erangel battle for Rozok. I'm not 100% sure of the team name. So once I do remember that, I will let you know. But anyway, so far, nothing in terms of action. Obviously, very quiet. We do have almost every single team still freely looting up and just trying to make their rotations to the locations they want to get. And this zone is now starting to close. So once these zones do get smaller and smaller, we are going to be able to catch up on some exciting action that everyone is definitely looking forward to.
Yep, and as we see the zone, I think it's going to be a dead center of Rozok and School. So I think DVB right now, and then we have Fear, Novan, also Bullet Track. So that's going to be Bullet Track, one of the underdog teams that has come for a major league like this for the first time. So let's see how is going to be their potential performance. I mean, we saw a lot of amazing performance by AKATSUKI, EQUINOX on day 1. So let's see how that's going to go. And with that, I think we can have a glimpse of the standings, current standings, because these 16 teams are also going to get added to that overall standings. So we can see if they are able to push into that top spot, into that top 16, so that they can move into the grand finals. So with that, let's see how it's going to go for these teams. I think right now we have the standings on our screen. So RGC AKATSUKI, nevertheless, 33 kills and 61 total points. With that, MES EQUINOX with 52 points, not that far away. And in third, we have OPMF Esports with 51, and in fourth, MaFiA Gang. So let's see how that's going to go in for them. I mean, it's just 61 points. I mean, you can get more than 61 points, I think, Dhaka, in 4 matches.
Yeah, definitely. I think it will come down to how many kills and placement points you do accumulate, but it's definitely very possible at this level if one team really does dominate the proceedings. And obviously, we saw that yesterday coming out from the ISL team during their tournament. But let's see whether they can pull it off here, where it really counts. Obviously, I think they'll be getting some decent momentum from yesterday's win, and looking forward to see how they play today. But overall, as you can see, looks like both these teams not looking to take the risk. They just want to get those the mode of transportations, and they'll be using that later at a much later date, obviously, and much more sooner. You see it quite a lot from a lot of teams, as long as they can get their hands on any sort of vehicle, especially anything like a car or the Jeep. That is definitely going to be paying off for them. So you can see the ISL team, as we mentioned it, they're up against the INC team here, and I think they did scout out the initial rotation coming out from ISL, but with that, they are going to be able to safely find passage through their pathway here, and they'll be moving into the next location where they'll be waiting for the second zone or the second zone to close. It's still the first zone that's closing up, so teams do have quite a lot of breathing room, and I think that is definitely going to be the only time where they get to kind of, you know, hit the brakes, relax, gather all the resources that they need before they start heading out into those last few zones where every second is going to matter, every decision you make is going to matter, and every gunfight is definitely going to matter. So it's going to be a lot of pressure, but right now I think all the teams are just, you know, starting to warm up. They probably would have gotten ready by now, but we all know when you usually play that first game in a tournament, it's always, you know, the nerves get to you, but once you get over that, you know, it just becomes like any other game. But these teams, obviously, they've had their fair share of fights, But nerves are nerves. It doesn't matter at what level you play. You'll always feel it at least a little bit. And it even comes from the best of teams, and that's what makes us human at that point. But anyway, right now we'll be taking a look at team number 20. So SDMC is currently just taking a look around, trying to scout out to see whether there is anyone in the vicinity, but I don't think they were able to spot anyone there at the moment. And with that, we'll be taking a look at the Soldiers team. So they are currently looting a drop, so not sure what they were able to grab from that. I couldn't really see in terms of whether he switched his guns for something or not, but if you can pick up something, it's always going to be beneficial at this level, especially a sniper rifle like the AWM or even a M249 at this point. You should be able to control it quite well, and it obviously, when the more bullets you have, the more pressure you can apply. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of combinations teams will decide to run if they do get the opportunity. But most of the time we do see, like usual, the double AR is going to be the way that they want to go. And with that, team number 20 now rotating into their preferred location right here. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think they do have team number 11 around. They should know that this team is currently in the area. It is the Soldier team. So number 11 is the Soldier team. So right now I think they are quite spread out, and we'll be seeing them converge in a very, very short period of time. The rest of the teams also now just making their way into the zone, and with that, just a few more minutes before the second zone does start to close. So right now we haven't seen anything, not even in terms of poking, we haven't seen anything. So teams are quite quiet, but I think coming into the end game, it's going to be very, very hectic.
Yep, with that, I think we'll be seeing a lot of action coming in. I think only one player from that 64 players, I think one player has been taken down. That was that early fight that we saw, one player getting taken down, I think, in Yasnaya. So still 63 standing. So I think we might be having the toughest lobby right now to see in that final circles. Probably we'll be seeing around 50 plus. I don't know. Maybe rotations getting cut off. I think it's ISSL's player that has fallen down. And I think we have ISSL with only 3 players remaining. So they'll have to do one hell of a comeback. I mean, we have seen these guys perform with even 3 players. So let's see if they are able to perform in that level. With that, I think we have Fear No One. This is going to be another PMCO team. I think 2 players from this team has been able to go into that international level. That's going to be Horse and Nisal, and now they have a new team over here. So let's see how this new team is going to perform. And with that, we have Team Destiny also, team number 16. We got Choco, Yaka, Rexter, and Devil, who is also not an underdog, definitely a team that has already entered the international stage. So let's see how they have upped their performance. With that, we can see team number 22, who's going to be Squadrons, which is sitting over there in that bottom part of Team Destiny's location. So let's see, Daka, what's going to happen in the final circles.
I think obviously the viewers as well as us will probably have to wait quite a bit before we do see some action. I'm pretty sure before we get to the 3rd or 4th circle, we will definitely see at least 1 or 2 squads getting eliminated. But I do expect at least 50 plus players to be in that in-game circle like last time, obviously. And this being a much tougher lobby, I'm definitely expecting at least just only about 2 teams to get eliminated, to be honest, or not even that amount. I mean, we might see players go down, but I don't think we'll be seeing complete teams going down. It'll be interesting, obviously, to see whether we will get that opportunity. But with that, we do see the Blades team. We are currently looking at Boyka, looking at team number 25. I think they have an idea that there is a team in that compound. So, they're just kind of just checking and testing whether they can basically take a position right there. But I don't think so. And with that, you can see already the weapons that, the vehicles that they have gathered. And with that, they are currently looking at team number 17 here. So it's going to be Num Num Juice, I believe. And with that, they do see one of the players in the bike. They do get the knock here. It's going to be Boyka with a nice spray coming down. But in the end, they do end up trading. Fang does go out down here. So just overpicking a little bit. It would be nice to have that advantage and be able to kind of rush into pressure. But with that, both teams will be able to recover their players. And we can see Mahu right here with a really, really tight and strong angle. The visibility that team number 14, the Blade team, will have on him will be very, very low, and he actually has full sight over them if they do decide to over peak here like last time. So we saw Fang getting punished, and that is exactly what is going to happen. And with that, they do manage to spot him out, though, so he does take quite a bit of damage. And with that angle, any bullets that do connect will be headshots, so you don't want to be taking too much of that, and obviously losing your helmet, which would make that even the close range combat quite difficult, because when you have a 7-point gun, you take one shot to the head and that is going to be enough to bring you down, and you don't want that happening, especially in clutch moments. So with that, it'll be interesting to see if the team number 14, the Blade team, does decide to rotate out here. So we already do see Toxic taking his chances. He's going to start rotating and scouting for his team, making sure that the location they want to rotate to is going to be safe. We do see a lot of these teams now converging onto the side of Rozhok, but most teams also just staying outside on the outer areas. They have no reason to converge on one specific spot. As you can see in the overall map view right here, teams will be playing with the zone. They have time to come into the zone. Obviously, it's still not that strong at all, so they can take their time. They don't need to worry too much, and I think even in the fourth zone, they can spend quite a decent amount of time in the zone to just find better positioning if they do get stuck between a team. And with that, we'll be taking a much closer look into the zone once again. So it is going to be focused around schools. So apartments will definitely be a favorable position here, especially if you can get to the main apartment building. But you need to be careful, because I mean, if there are teams on the hill just outside, they can easily pressure you if you play on the roof, and that's not something you want, because when you're on the roof, you barely have any cover, and especially from anyone in the hill. So you'll be free kills for sure at this point. As you can see, even peaking or over peaking for even a second can be detrimental to your team. So right now we'll be taking a look at team number 20. Once again, it's going to be the SDMC team looking at team number 11 here, the FNI team. So so far they've been having this on and off relationship. They've been looking at each other, but with that, we almost see Gudda going down there. Almost a really good conversion there. 4 fools here. If he could manage to get the knock, but unfortunately just missing the opportunity, and we'll probably see Gudda. I really can't see from this point, but he's probably going to heal up and recover all his health, and then they can reset here. And Casper also taking a decent amount of damage. But so far things have been quite slow, and as I mentioned, it's going to be Lucifer getting a knock here on one of these players from team number 22, and we do see one of these players already rushing in, and looks like he is going to be covered by Mamata here. So they are going to get another point right there. Jimmy does go down though, so they need to try and recover Jimmy, and he should be able to. I believe it was the Icon team who had pushed up, or the FC team, as far as I can see in terms of the label in their name. So it's going to be Illusion right there out in the open, and we'll probably be seeing, I believe it is Lucifer on the high ground. So Lucifer feeling very confident in his performance. We saw him yesterday as well, and he's feeling himself. I mean, he was the kill leader in terms of his performance yesterday during the Sri Lanka tournament. So he's going to be quite confident. Let's hope that it doesn't put too much pressure on him, or just basically make him too overconfident in the tournament for sure. But right now, given the situation, what do you think? What kind of team do you expect to come out on top with still all 16 teams staying alive?
I mean, it's really hard to say, but the zone, depending on the zone, I think it was Mount Olympus who's getting another knock on the side. I mean, I was about to talk about them. I mean, they were at the edge of the zone, like a dead edge in the zone. But usually when teams are like that, they decide, okay, let's go further into the zone, into the middle of the zone. But this guy is Aksam leading the team. I think he made a really smart choice to stay back, and he has got the best position in the zone right now. I think in this tiny circle, I think he has a really good position. I would say that's going to be Potato Hill, where he can actually scout out the teams that are coming in with the rotations. And with that, I think we saw OPEX Unknown getting a beautiful knock coming in towards SDZ. That's one hell of a fight that we would like to see, definitely. And I think back-to-back knocks are coming in with the rotations, if I'm right, Daka.
Yeah, definitely. We did see quite a few knocks on the kill feed, but no one really getting points converted, as they couldn't secure the kills at the moment. But with that, we do see Team OP here holding a really strong position right now. I don't think there is actually, as I mentioned, they do get third party here. Team number 21 just putting on the pressure there. He's going to have to give up that high ground positioning. But with that, we'll be moving on to team number 20 here, looking down on team number 11, and as well as team number 17, who need to make their rotation in. But team number 11 right now, they only have that hill for cover, and the moment this zone starts converging, it's going to be free points for them. So they need to be careful. They need to start making these rotations. They might actually contest team SDMC here. They need to actually. So from the get-go, we saw them just kind of facing off against each other. They traded a few shots here and there. But with that, if this net connects, I do believe they will push into this team number 11, because they do have that high ground advantage altogether. But it's going to be very important that they get an initial knock and just make that fight a 3 versus 4 situation instead of a 4-on-4, because obviously you don't want to be getting any sort of casualties at this point. But with that, looks like they might be looking to just make sure that these vehicles are in a safe location, so that they don't get basically damaged in any way. They don't want to be losing tires or any, especially since they know that they're at the edge of the zone and they're going to be needing these vehicles to rotate into the zone. And if they're not able to, they'll probably get taken out while running out in the open. They're stuck in this very, very open field. But anyway, with that, we'll be moving on into the soldier team. So they have lost 2 of their players. It's going to be Marsh and Snake. And with that, they're facing off against team number 18 right here. So let's see whether they'll be able to convert it into any more points here. So close by, a dual angle being held by the side of team number 18. I don't think Moha is going to be able to do anything if he does decide to enter that side. And with that, Moha looking for any sort of opportunity to knock anyone from the side of team number 18, because they do have all 4 of their players up. So as you can see on the screen right now, which teams have lost players and which teams have their players still alive. But with that, they're going to be looking at the high ground right now, not focusing on the team that's playing below them, expecting them not to rush. But with that, we'll do see OPX Unknown now just taking a few shots onto looks like it was team number 23. So with that, they'll be moving forward once again, looking to confirm the kill. But as of right now, looks like they're just going to be slowing down a bit. And as we can see, as the zones keep closing, I do believe that team you were favoring is in quite a bit of trouble, Adil, here. I think they only have 1 more player remaining on the side of team MO here. So they do seem to be struggling. But with that, as you can see, being pressured once again just outside Potato Hill, as Adil did mention. And with that, it's going to be team SDMZ here. So SDZ, sorry. So once again, we'll be seeing a lot from them. I think that's where the rivalry was coming in. And team number 19 right now getting peppered, and they are getting pressured quite hard from the side of SDZ. And once again, smokes do come in. It's going to be very important for them to just kind of take away that line of sight. But they do see one of their players going down. Torter going for the kills, going for the spray, but immediately gets taken down. They're just overextending just a little bit. And now it'll be up to Mixfal and the rest of their team to try and convert the points here. And the Blade team's also in vision right there. So they do see the buggy. They're going to try and take out the tires here, maybe shoot to the smoke, see if he can get any sort of hit marker there to convert points or get any knocks. So team number 18 also, as you can see, has already lost or actually knocked 2 of their players. So they need to convert points. They're currently getting the knocks, but they're not getting the kills. And with that, we do see Illusion taking out Oxy as well. So much happening right now in these last few circles. And with that, it's going to be the 5th circle closing in about 45 seconds. And now 1 horse has get taken down. And team number 17 now under fire here from team number 21. So they're going to lose one of their players, but Zute just able to get back into cover before getting taken out. So he's going to heal himself using that medkit, healing up, boosting up, and then they'll be looking to rotate for sure. So as you can see, team number 19 also just being able to recover their teammates. They're now starting to rotate, and with that, SDC also doing the same. They don't want to be stuck out there in the open. Obviously, they want to start rotating in, and with that, we'll be taking a look at Blade Fang as well. They did lose one of their players. It's going to be Toxic, but right now they are in a decent position to get into zone. But I think it's team number 17 that is gatekeeping them out. No, it's actually team number 12 that's gatekeeping them out. And with that, we do see OP's team now moving in, but they might get sandwiched here. They don't know that there's another team right behind them on that hill, but now they're taking a look at team number 14 here, the Blade team. They might actually try to pressure them, and with that, Unknown is going to drive his McLaren into the tree and just make sure that he has some cover to work with. And once again, we'll be taking a look at Hunter. Just try to focus on team number 14 right now, and with that, Blade Fang might go down here. He actually does. So running into a little bit of an unfortunate situation right there, but with that, the Blade team now in a very, very difficult position. Boyka also might go down to the zone here, and with that, team number 12 also now converging onto team number 19, just trying to get any sort of knocks that they can to kind of convert their situation into something much better. But team number 12 and team number 14 now really going in at the fight there. But with that, I believe it's only going to be Blade Whiskey who is going to be left alive on the side of Blade. And with that, we do see our first team getting, not actually one of the teams getting eliminated. And with that, we'll be taking still a look at Alion here with the Mini 14, looking to get these kills from long range, even take anything that any other team may have gotten. So even knocks at this point are going to be very valuable if they want to get themselves into the top 14, and it's going to be very critical. I mean, they should be able to secure a lot of points with the position they are at currently. Team number 21, the SDC team not really looking their way for the moment. They're actually quite safe, and we do see Code Black's team getting eliminated. And with that, we'll be looking at Trex here trying to get that final kill onto the side of team 14. And with that, we'll be coming coming into the ISL team, currently facing a little bit of pressure coming in from team number 16, and they need to rotate as well. So it's a 3-on-3 situation as far as it looks. Nade's coming in, he might be able to get the knock here, or at least some sort of damage. It does not really convert, so the Molotov comes down as well, and with that we might see Yaka taking a decent amount of damage, but he does get third party from a different side. Mamata will have to give up the location that he was holding down, and with that, how are they going to play this? They're going to get on those buggies, they need to rotate. This zone is going to do a lot of damage. We do see Lucifer going down, and with that, I think Jimmy might have to pick up Mamata here, so they're going to let Mamata drive, and with that, they're going to start rotating. Team number 18 also losing a lot of their players. They actually get eliminated here by team number 20 and team number 10. They're actually going to, they're actually going to run over one of these players here with the buggy, and he's going to clear them out. Are you kidding me? Oh, Jimmy and Mamata with the players, and they are not going to be happy about that, and making sure to create some cover here. So the OPMF team, they must be seething right now with what just happened to them. So hopefully we might be able to get an instant replay on that. But Team TD also does get eliminated with no points, and now we can see the OP team right now throwing in some nades to pressure the side of SDZ. They are on the lower ground here. Hunter needs to be a bit careful. So this team has managed to secure at least 2 kills, but they are definitely looking for more. And we do see another team finally getting eliminated. But now we are in the top 5 situation. We do see Mixal right now just showing himself for a little bit and then moving around. He actually gets a nade. He actually gets Mixwell right there, and with that, now Tota needs to try and support his teammate here, but he might also go down to this next nade coming in from Hunter, and Hunter right now, he is definitely doing what his name suggesting, and that is hunting down these players from the side of SDZ. So Snipey and the other player right now not being able to take a look and even give them some sort of assistance because they don't want to go down. That's definitely the last thing they want at this moment. So the ISL team still alive, smoking their way into the zone once again. So we'll be taking a look at Zute. Zute is trying to pressure the INC team. I do believe we managed to knock one here, but on the other side, once again, Missile goes down here, and I don't think they'll be able to pick him up. Jimmy does go down, but Zute does get traded out here by Mamata, as we can see, and now Mamata needs to try and pick up Jimmy once again. They are playing with the duo right now. Snipey trying to pick up Mifsal, I believe, but I think he's going to die to the zone. Tota does get a kill onto the OPX Hunter here with a Molotov, and as you can see, he has some pretty good positioning right here, and he's going to be looking to pressure the ISL team on the rock there. We did see them taking that position quite easily. Once again, the nade coming in and just I'm not sure whether the nade blew back the car or whether Tota got into the car and reversed it. I wasn't really paying attention at that point, but with that, we do see OPX Unknown trying to stay as silent as possible. So STZ, it's going to be ISL, STZ and RGX open. So with that, the forecast says that it's between ISL and STZ at the moment, but given the zone, ISL having that benefit, but the third party could come in from Unknown right here, but Unknown might be looking to pressure the side of STZ, to be honest, because he has a much better angle on them than he does on the ISL side. So right now, it's just a waiting game. Zone is going to start to close, and ISL team sitting pretty at the moment. They know they don't need to do too much. They don't need to overpeak. They don't need to overexpose themselves. And with that, a lot of utility already being used by all of these teams. We do see Snipey moving to the left here. They know exactly where he is. Unknown might actually have the shot. Tota goes down as well. So it might be just a 1-on-2 situation here for Snipey. Can he pull it off? He's stuck in the zone right now. We see Unknown going for the heel battle as well. And with that, he's just going to be chilling behind his McLaren, sitting pretty. And now it's a 1 versus 2 situation. ISL in the strongest position that they can possibly be. And with that, they just need to heal up and play the zone game, the waiting game. And with that, they do go down. And ISL keep that trend of winning, and with that, they are going to be the first team to get that winner chicken dinner.
Damn, what a game, what a game. I was shocked to see the performance of ISSL. I just told for a fact that they are not with a player, they might actually get a 3-man chicken dinner. And they actually did. It was more of a 2-man chicken dinner. Mamata and Jimmy, as I think Yetu told once in a stream, he's definitely the Lankan elephant. He's so strong right now. My God, his knocks are coming front, back, left, right, and center. He was so amazing right now. And ISSL, what a performance coming in.
You need to take a look at this. I think, was this the... Yes, this is it. This is it. The running over. The elephant running over the prey.
was not. I mean, DVP couldn't even get one knockout of it. Damn. My god, that was not expected. They literally crashed. DVP got the zone and they got the chicken dinner. But apart from that, unknown. He did the heel battle and he definitely got second place. So that's really going to be worth it. But let's not forget SDZ coming in third place. So we have the top three all being definitely pro teams. So the underdog teams are still struggling in this group. But let's see, it was definitely an interesting match, Erangel. I never expected it to be so fired up. There was so many in that last circle. So let's see how the next match that's going to be Sanhok, how's it going to be. So we'll be back in after a short commercial break. Stay tuned, guys.
Switch to the best internet experience in Maldives. Because it's not fun when your internet's slow. Have less buffering, more fun.
Ekakaiku anikaku. Badai kama eku aila. Aila ya eku hingamajau. Ebavanta kama eku zuano. Zuano na eku ummid. Ailma eku hunar. Hunara eku hivvar. Esina eku bidesi. Gadara ihtirama eku. Eawasha eku miyawa. Eku eki gulikin. Eku erikama. Alaluma. Adi ogadarikama eku. Ekani nuis. Eku nue nuis. Eku eki emme
Hello everyone and welcome back. We are again after one amazing match of day 2. So we saw ISSL as expected. They're having a really good momentum, as Dhaka told. They are in this to finally come into that tabletop spots and win this once and for all, and to show that they are ready for international as well, Dhaka.
Yeah, definitely. The momentum definitely carried off. They've gotten a lot of confidence from yesterday, and you can tell in the way that they're playing. And obviously, you need to have a little bit of luck as well, and that was some amazing buggy driving for sure. Getting that winning position, and the zone just kind of throwing their way. So we can take a look once again. So you can see they were being pressured. The team number 16 also there. They lost Lucifer, one of their really talented players here. And if they don't get this knock, right? If they don't get this knock, it becomes a 2-on-2 while they're getting off the buggy, and it should have been an easy fight for team number 10 there. They just weren't expecting it, and in the end that became the god spot for the final zone as well. And just ISSL having that location made a huge difference. And obviously on top of that, I think ISSL was one of the teams at that moment who had kills in the double digits. So they ended up with, I think, around 12 or 13 kills with the chicken dinner. So that's a lot of points to secure in game number 1. But consistency is key. And we'll be taking a look at Miramar, and it's a completely different map. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams kind of tackle the situation after game number 1 for sure. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we do see the second game starting to kick off. So we'll be taking a look at where these teams are going to be choosing to land. So all these teams usually should have a potential location that they want to drop to at this point. And the drop is also very important. So taking a look at where they want to go, where the zone is going to form. So some teams, they like to take that center area just to be able to kind of rotate a lot easier. Some teams like to play the corners, so it's going to be interesting. So already we do see the 187 team, as well as I do believe that is the INC team. They are together here in the Puerto Paraíso. So they'll be chilling there at the moment, and with that we do see the SDMC team, as well as I believe it's going to be team number 11 with them in that location as well, just outside on the outskirts of the map. And looking at that, Los Leonos is going to be the central focus point of that initial zone. Teams still deciding to drop, and some teams dropping very late. As you can see, it's going to be Team Destiny as well as the FC team, it looks like. So they'll be dropping in quite late here to El Pozo as well as Crater. El Azahar is already being contested there. As you can see, team number 14 as well as Code Black's team might be running into each other very soon. And with that, the OP team, they were your second place team in that previous game. So they are currently chilling. All the players just separated and just looking to loot up as soon as possible. And with that, we'll be coming into the SDMC team here, facing up against FN1. So we saw this last time in Erangel, and we're seeing it again in Miramar. So what do you think about we might be seeing a new rivalry here, Monkey?
I think this is the fight for the drop locations. I mean, in this only they can, fight contest for their drop locations, and then once they go into the main tournament as well, these teams won't be fighting each other, because they know either they can win the fight or either they'll have to find a new drop locations. It's basically a do or die situation only. But right now, as we see the positioning of FN1, I think they are pretty much clear on. I think this is pretty much their drop location as well, because they know exactly where we can see Nisal on the roof, so they know exactly where to get the angles. Let's see. And we have the last match results, Dhaka. We have ISSL with 29 total points with 14 kills. And in second, we have SDZ Esports with 18 total points and 8 kills. In third, we have RGC OPEX with 3 kills but 15 points. So what a match that has been. I mean, will we be seeing Miramar, an exciting Miramar match? Those sniper action, those bolt action. And we have the first knock coming in from Torta with that nade onto Daxem. I told you, Dhaka, this rivalry goes right throughout. Mount Olympus versus SDZ Esports. It's never ending right now. So we can check what's happening over there.
Yeah, so we do see Snipey bringing down one of those players as you mentioned. So I think they're having a full-on battle. As you can see, Torta just pre-firing and trying to peek here with that UZ right now. But with that, they have already lost Lute, as you can see. So it's a 2-on-2 situation, it looks like. And with that, Mixal is going to take the interior part of this building, as you can see in the bottom floor. But with that, I do believe the Mount Olympus team is going to try and get height here. And with that, they need to recover and maybe try to get Snipey as well. But Snipey is actually stuck on the high ground. And with that, it might be Mount Olympus actually just gaining that revive and just getting that numbers advantage, which is going to be very, very huge in this upcoming battle, because they need to kind of come out on top, obviously. And SCC right now in a really great spot, and with that Torta once again with the nade is going to be able to bring down Simanto, and with that it's going to be up to Gots here to hold them off in a 1 vs 2 situation. They both come up here, and we can see Torta already goes down. He might actually be able to 1 vs 2 here, and with that Nibza might actually have to drop down, and he does. He is able to get into cover right there, just taking the risk, and once again they're going to get naded, and they actually might get sandwiched, and once again all 3 players on the side of Mount Olympus do get picked up. So some early game action here, almost going the way of STC, but they might fall short here, and with that Mifzal might have to 1 vs 3. He's going to get surrounded. He can't even bring down one player at the moment. Simanto taking a lot of damage. He does get the trade though, and Mifzal right now in the 1 vs 3, but the nade is going to put an end to their team, and with that Mount Olympus coming out on top, 4 early kills with 3 players against a very, very high tier team. They're going to be super happy about that, and STC is not going to be happy being the first team eliminated here in the Miramar map.
I mean, that was definitely an interesting fight, but I think Mount Olympus having the numbers, they took real good advantage. I mean, I think it was Beidou or Simanto, I'm not sure, had a really good positioning near the stairs. I mean, it's really hard to rush this building in terms of coming on top and trying to take down a team. You can easily TPP, but with that, we can see a knock coming into the ISSL. I think that's going to be RGC OPEX, yep, sorry. I think that's RGC OPEX who's going to take in the fight with ISSL right now. So let's see if Hunter is able to do some damage. I think Azwin won't be able to get the revive at this point. I think there's going to be 2 knocks coming in for ISSL. I think that's the second knock. That's going to be Azwin. So I think the rush might actually come on towards ISSL with the numbers. Yep, it's going to be Jimmy who's going to face that 1v4 situation. Let's see if Jimmy is able to do some outstanding performance for here. I think, the Molto comes on to him, but I think he's not going to get taken down for that. It's going to be slight damage coming in, but the nade goes in. Jimmy, let's see, Jimmy goes with one shot coming in, Toxic with the crouch, and Peak goes in and blows up the vehicle, takes the damage from the vehicle. But now Jimmy might actually have the support from his teammate. Is he going to have that support? I think Jimmy is having trouble from all directions, and he is going to get taken down. But Hunter gets taken down. The revive is going to come through from Toxin. Nice play coming in. Mamada and Azwin, I think, is able to survive through, but Allion goes in, not going to let them go away. I think Mamada is going to take a whole lot of damage. They are struggling right now. I think Team ISSL might actually fall short, Daga.
Yeah, definitely. I think they were in a rough spot there. I think Lucifer, or was it Lucifer? I think it was Lucifer. He gave a, or was it just Jimmy or Lucifer, one of them? They actually gave a really, really good fight there, using those nades to hold off and just kind of break off the side of OPEX and just create those 1 vs 1 opportunities. He was playing around in cover a little bit too much. He did manage to get one guy knocked down, and in the end, just overextending that little bit of a jiggle movement that he was going for, and in the end, he did get taken out here by, I believe it was Hunter at that point. But anyway, with that, I think the OPEX team is going to be super happy, and they were able to get at least 2 kills right there, for both from the side of ISSL. And with that, Azmin does go down. Hunter finding the knock there. So as you can see, he had really, really gone in, and as you can see, this is something we don't see too often in Sri Lankan tournaments for sure, is where when you know a team is in that #1 spot, you really, really want to put pressure on them. So already we can see the #1 spot team and the #2 spot team just getting almost steamrolled in this second game in Miramar, just to be able to get more points for these other teams. And if OPEX is able to do this, they actually get, they're chasing. Yeah, this is like a full-on Tokyo drift situation where they're like, you can run, but you can't hide. We are going to keep chasing you. But I think Mamata is able to outdrive them there and outspeed them. So with that, they are going to have to give up on getting the full 4 kills, but overall, nonetheless, some really exciting stuff happening right there. And with that, we'll be moving on to the Blade team, who is looking to face up against the Code Blacks team right now. So it's going to be interesting to see whether they can convert themselves any points here, getting some knocks, getting some kills. But right now, they're just kind of looking for any sort of opportunity to get a knock. So a lot of differences in playstyle, as you can see. We do see some of the Sri Lankan teams taking a lot more of a slower approach, and we do see the other teams they actually take a much more aggressive approach. We saw OPEX just they knew that they had one knock, they got one kill beforehand, and they were in They were in your face. They weren't going to give you any time to breathe for sure. So a lot of differences in place. So what's your opinion on that, Monkey?
I think a lot of teams right now is trying to get as much as kill. I think RGC OPEX in that case. I think they're trying to show that they're still aggressive and their place is not going to change. I mean, I have never seen anything as such. I mean, nobody usually, oh, that nice spray, that prone spray coming in from CB Atom, getting the knock onto Whiskey with that red dot. So let's see if Blade team is able to do something out of this. I think Atom is the only player who is remaining in Al Azhar right now, trying to get another knock going. I think he might as well get the knock on towards Boyka, but let's see if he's able to actually get the knock on towards Boyka. Boyka is also down towards low health, but I think CB at this moment, if they rotate in, it's going to be better for them because they have a long way to go right now. But let's see. With that, I think we have SDMZ getting a few shots fired at the team of FN1. Let's quickly check out what's happening over there.
That we do have SDMZ looking for these kills once again. The standoff is there against their FN1 counterparts, but with that, will they be able to convert? They have actually gotten one kill here, so they're looking to clean out the side of FN1 and just get those points on the board right now. So we can see even the team number 11 squad or the FN1 squad right now quite split. So if they do get one knock here on their the people who are holding that building, as you can see, I believe it's Casper and Goda, and if they do get at least one knock here, they are going to be running in. They are not going to give them time to recover. Another nade coming in from Maudi here. Is it going to be good? Yes, it is. It does bring down Casper here. So with that, it's going to be signaling of the horn here. And with that, he does manage to get the trade. So that's going to be another 2 kills going the way of SDMZ. They're going to be super happy with that. And they know the last player is completely in a different situation, a completely different location. And with that, we'll be taking a look at Mozart here. Mozart actually under fire. And with that, Laconic also goes down. And team number 18 from a strong position to a terrible position. And with that, they have their last player left alive. And they are going to get cleaned out by OPEX very quickly, and they should be able to save Unknown here. And that was some great work coming in from Alion there to secure 3 kills for his team. Very quick, very fast, very precise, and no room for error whatsoever. So I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did. But anyway, great stuff coming out from OPEX. As you can see, already 7 kills on the board, and they have 3 players left alive. I think they can do a lot of damage to the points table with this Miramar game. But with that, we've come back to the Blade team. They've lost already 3 of their players. The Code Blacks team once again showing no mercy to their Sri Lankan counterparts, being able to tear them apart. But they do lose Prince in the meanwhile. But in the end, they're going to be happy getting those 3 kills. They won the 4th as well. So let's see whether they'll be as ruthless as OPEX and chase this last player down, or whether they'll give him an opportunity to survive. So right now, as you can see, Toxic is the last player left alive for the side of Blade. So will they be able to save themselves, or will CB actually leave them? And I think the better option right now is maybe to leave him behind and then maybe start rotating into the next circle. But as you can see, Shimi, he doesn't want anything to do with it. He does not want to let this last player leave this area without him paying the price. So with that, they might actually have to change the decision, because they're actually losing quite a bit of health here in this zone. It's still the second one, but they have a long way to go. And with that, we were taking a look at team number 10, completely situated in completely different areas, as you can see, looking for those high ground angles on the side of INC. But INC right now just playing a 3-1 split situation with Trex playing on his own, with the rest of the team playing together. It's going to be Sky9, Iran, and Joni. So right now, things will be slowing down a little bit. But as I say that, we do see SDMC once again taking out Nisal as well. So they'll be clearing down the FN1 team right there. They're going to have 4 points on their board as well. So they're going to be super happy with that. And FN1 gets eliminated in 14th place. So looking at things right now, I think it should be slowing down. But overall, we got some really great early game action in such a huge map, Adil. I'm surprised.
Yep, if you don't mind, can you continue for on a bit, as I will come in a while.
Yeah, no problem at all. So with that, I'll be taking you through more action. I will be coming into what looks like team number 22. So it has Icon Siva, KTM Blank, Illusion, as well as Punisher. So a bit of a mixed team here. Not exactly sure as to what to call them, but I believe it might be the Blades team, if I'm not mistaken. No, the Blades team was team number 14. But anyway, we'll find out sooner or later. But for now, they are going to be rotating in. It looks like they don't have any sort of immediate threat at the moment. So we'll be taking a look at Illusion. I think he does manage to spot out 2 vehicles. I think it might be glitch. They do see a vehicle moving upwards. It's not glitch. He's actually managing to do quite a bit of damage. They need to drive the vehicles away, but they do leave that the Dorado vehicle behind, and with that they should be able to start making their rotation as well. They don't want to be too late, and with that Steve trying to get into the vehicle but misclicking, I believe, might be stuck in the menu. So as you can see, the 3 teams that have gotten eliminated at the moment, so it's going to be STC, GVB as well as CNE. So they'll be struggling quite a bit in the upcoming games. They'll have a lot on their plate to recover, losing out on a chance to convert some really good points in this Miramar map. But as of right now, we haven't seen too much in terms of sniping action. In terms of group 1, we did see some really good sniping action coming in from Lee in the previous group, but this group so far has been running those very lethal dual ARs, and they're basically showcasing that they don't really need snipers or anything. I mean, all they need is an opportunity, then they will definitely take you down. And with that, the rest of the teams just rotating into zone, looking for a really good position. They don't want to be out in the open. They don't want to get sandwiched. So team number 17 will be taking a look at NNJ. So Namjam Juice once again. So I think it might be something to do with One Piece as well. But you know, you can never say what the reasons behind naming of a team can be. But with that, Mahu right now is going to be looking for location. He's currently, I think, scouting for his team. He's off alone. It's a 3-1 split situation for them, but he's going to be going back and just kind of reporting into the commanding officer most probably. We'll be taking a look at the soldier team. They have been quite quiet. They were able to get at least 2 points in the previous game. So they'll be looking to convert much bigger points in this game for sure. But with that, once again, it's just going to be Batman just scouting out for the rest of his team, what it looks like. So just trying to secure a location, thinking that it'll be maybe this zone for majority of the time. I think they do have team number 10 on their right at the moment, but with that, they're just looking for any area that their team can converge on and play from. But this is definitely something that you usually see quite a bit. But at the moment, all 4 in different 4 locations. So if one goes down, it's going to be a huge problem. But with that, we are going to be taking a look at Mount Olympus after their very strong start, taking out STZ. They're going to be super happy. They're going to be going in with a lot of confidence, and they have a lot to prove for sure in this second game, and they're going to be looking to convert even more points. But right now, it looks like Zagat's looks like he's getting pressured quite a bit. He has picked up or taken out the M24. He's looking to really put pressure onto anyone who's looking to try and take him out. So we really want to see some beautiful headshots, some really great sniping coming out. But right now, he's just going to be taking a look around. I think he has an idea where team number 17 is, but he's just going to look to a location where they can kind of hold down and start pressuring other teams. But losing his mode of transport, obviously, you don't want to be running in the open with a vehicle that has been that heavily damaged. So Maggots once again, Zagat's. So with that, they are taking a look at K-Mind or Z-Mind. I couldn't really catch the name, but with that, let's see whether they K-Mind. Okay, thanks so much. So with that, he's going to be looking to get a beautiful headshot here, but will he get the opportunity is the question. Team number 22 now running into the rest of Mount Olympus, and that should be a free kill, as you can see. So Bedo is going to be able to secure that kill for his team, as you can see, and that's another point, another free point coming in for them. So he came crashing and burning, and in the end, he did crash and he did burn, and the rest of team number 22 will at least now know that they need to give up this position, but they're going to be running into Zagat's here. He does have a nade ready. Illusion looking around here. I don't think they've scouted out yet. He's cooking the nade. He's going to cancel. He sees that another player has rotated in, so he's in a 1 versus 3 situation. Is he going to play it safe or is he going to play it aggressive? So they do have 3 versus 3 option, but the rest of the team is nowhere close by, and with that, Zagat's in quite a little bit of a predicament. But we do see Illusion healing up and now finally getting out to start rotating, and once again we come back to what might be the kill leading team at the moment in terms of this match. It's going to be the OPEX team showing a very dominant performance. They had to let I believe the last player on the side of ISL just kind of get away. I believe it was Mamata, but with that, now they are going to start pressuring the Code Blacks team, and in the other side we do see 187, a player from a team 187 did manage to get a knock, but I don't think he'll be able to convert the full kill, as we can see. But with that, right now, Atom rotating away from Toxin here. Another nade coming in, but it's going to be off the mark because Atom has moved a little bit to his right, or to Atom, he has moved to the left, obviously. And with that, Unknown, he's also going to be holding a completely different high ground angle here, using that house as a little bit of cover, as well as just a different vantage point for them to be able to pressure the side of Port Blacks. But Port Blacks, they obviously have a pretty decent rotation if they want to, and with that, they might actually smoke and look for some sort of a loot trade, it looks like. But anyway, with that, we'll be taking a look at Illusion. The side of team number 22, they did run into Mount Olympus, and with that, looks like they want to be rotating out. They don't want to be spending too much time here with these Mount Olympus players, and that is exactly what they're going to do. But with that, Zaggers might actually have a chance here to bring down one of these players. They did lose Blank, as we can see, because he ran into the rest of the other two players, but I think he heard him. So with that, Zaggers and Punisher might get onto a 1 versus 1 here, but Zaggers goes all the way to the back, and now Punisher, not sure whether he heard the footsteps anymore. He actually might have an idea that there's a player here, but he's going to completely back off. And now we're going to be coming back into Num Num Juice. So team number 17 right now, and I believe Aki might be on his own. The rest of the team still moving in from the zone. They actually lose Mahu here, as we can see, and Mahu gets taken out. And right now we're going to be taking a look at the Soldier team, just spraying away at the side of 187, but 187 just having a much more superior positioning at the moment, and even pressuring the player from Num Num Juice as well. So they need to rotate into the zone. They only have about 1 minute and 17 seconds left. So look, with that, looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. They're not going to start risking their players here to try and secure a few extra kills and take a risk. So rotating in with the zone, and with that, we do see squadrons getting taken out there, and they are going to be leaving empty-handed with no kills also, and no placement points most probably. But with that, ES Thule now moving in. He's going to try and probably get this play this high ground, and that is exactly what he's going to do. He's overlooking the OPEX team right now. OPEX team now in a very, very strong, favorable position. The end game is going to be very important, but they can't be hanging out here for too long. They do see a little bit of a small house right there. But before we do get into the last few fights here, I do believe Monkey is back. So what do you think is going to happen in these last few zones?
I think the position of RGC OPEX is pretty much good right now, as we can see. But let's see if they're able to get more and more of the skills. I mean, I just told you in the Erangel match that they did not have enough kills, but right now they are literally dominating and showing what they are capable of in this Miramar match. And so many potential teams right now aren't able to perform. And we have 30 right now in this tiny circle, where we saw a lot of early fights, and Hita getting taken down with that vehicle blast, reduces health to his 1 HP, and Deadshot, SDMZ Deadshot gets the knock onto him. And with that, we can see ISS Mamata from the backlines gets the knock onto the INC Johnny, but will that be the end of ISSL? Only time will tell. Let's see how that's going to be for them. As SDMZ Deadshot comes in, crashing into the zone, I think they're going to take the fight against 187. Last 2 players remaining. I think this is going to be the end of 187, as they literally get they literally get destroyed over there by SDMZ, coming in, crashing in towards that tiny hut. And look at RGC OPEX with 8 kills. Daga so strong right now, dead center of the map. Now where do you think the circle is going to go? It just slightly favors them, but still I think ISSL also getting taken out of the play zone. This is going to be one hell of a match, where we'll be seeing probably a new Chicken Dinner team.
Yeah, definitely. I think we are definitely 100% going to see a new Chicken Dinner team. So the Soldier team also probably going to die out of zone here, and looking with the team, I think the side of OPEX might actually get the zone as well, just because of how they've been playing, and it just seems like this match belongs to them at the moment. But let's see if anyone can change that. So we did see the side of STMC just rushing and just getting that location there from the side of 187. So they are currently holding down a pretty good spot, but they need to move in another 30 seconds, and it might be a lot more difficult than they want to really have. They want to have an easy rotation, but I don't think at this point that anyone is going to get an easy rotation. So a lot of these teams already outside of the zone. I do believe only 2 or 3 teams just holding the edge of the zone. Even the Gold Blacks team, I think, just outside. They just have to rotate in a little bit, and with that we'll be coming in and taking a look at Mount Olympus. So they have lost Gots here. He was able to hold down the fort while they were reviving their players against side of SDZ. But with that, these two duo definitely have a very good chance of winning. They have a pretty decent position in the zone as well. They don't don't need to move too far, and if they have the smokes, they can obviously take away a lot of line of sight and then moving. And team number 16 now crashing into the zone right in the middle of Code Blacks, it looks like, and they might actually get taken out here, but they do manage to get to cover. It's going to be the side of Destiny, so they have that small little hut to basically help them or assist them. But with that, Code Blacks not giving any room whatsoever, and Shimi just outside, and I think Devil is going to be getting down into the fire, just pre-firing into the smoke, not exactly having an idea where Roma is, and now it's a 1 vs 2 situation. Roma does go down to the zone. He needs to get this kill to secure at least a single point, and that is exactly what he's going to do, but he's going to die out to the zone, taking a risk and not really paying off for him. And with that, once again, we'll be taking a look at OPEX Allion right here. He already has 3 kills under his name. Can he get more? They have 9 kills overall, and the more they can get and the more they can muster, the bigger the lead that they can gain from that, and also cover the deficit that they lost in that initial game, even though they were in second place. So with that, once again, we do see Nemo looking around, trying to get some knocks with the nades, looking to pressure the side of OPEX. Might be the right call here. The BTX team, they have been quite quiet. They only have 4 kills under their name right here, but they want to get a much better position. And with that, the zone has rotated to them. So they are going to be the people calling the shots right now, letting which team or deciding which team gets to enter. But right now, they're in a very strong spot, using these ridges, using these hills to their advantage. And I think might change gears here. But right now, the CB team also, they have 1 player left alive. And with that, the Mount Olympus team also on the only other team who have a better high ground than the side of BT. So they are currently just shooting through the smoke, trying to find whether there'll be a player in that. And if they do get a hit marker, obviously there's going to be a lot of pressure coming from them, and they'll have an idea that the teams are there. And with that, we do see Mount Olympus now having to move forward. And with that, team number 19 already peppering them with some pressure here. They don't know that there's another team to the right. And with that, I believe they have left Simanto with 12 medkits to play for that heal battle, obviously, and he's going to keep healing over and over again. He's boosted up, he's ready for this heal battle. And with that, we do see Allion moving forward as well. The OPX team, they've lost one of their players. Unknown does go down, but the revive is coming in. The Molotov and the nade just missing the mark right there. And now it's up to Allion to create some sort of a really positive situation for his team. The OPX team having a really great start. They have 10 kills. They want to finish off really strong. They want that chicken dinner. And with that, Scout on the left side right now looking to pressure. They have an idea that these players are there. And with that, one of them actually does go down on the side of BTX, and they might actually may lose the positioning that they have, or even the great chicken dinner winning spot that they have right now with the favoration of the zone. And with that, Toxing right now on the high ground once again. We can still see the player from Mount Olympus playing that heal battle as the best he can. I'm pretty sure he must be down to about 5 or 4 medkits by now. They need to revive Allion once again. So with that, more smokes coming in to remove this line of sight. And with that, it might be a direct battle between the BTX and OPEX. So once again, they're going to run in unknown here. Might run into, I believe it's Nemo on the left. Actually, he does. And with that, he gets 1 taken down. And I believe the theme of this game is definitely going to be in favor of OPEX. So they just need 1 more kill to convert it. Actually, with that, they just need to bring down Nemo here, and they're going to secure number 1 for sure. And that's exactly what they do. And as they kill the last player, Nemo, and I do believe the player on Mount Olympus runs out of medkits as well. So OPEX, very strong performance coming out from them. We knew, or I did manage to have a feeling that they might be the winners of this game, and turns out they did.
I mean, yes, for the way they went on the chase against ISSL. I mean, they did not even let the peaceful elephant, Mavada, to just go in his vehicle to get some sort of placement points for his team. I mean, even though he lost 3 players, still RGC OPEX, I mean, of course, the hunter hunts the elephant, so makes sense, right? RGC OPEX hunting ISSL, so that makes sense. But I think ISSL will surely be wanting that revenge from RGC OPEX. So I'll be seeing that revenge, I think, in the Sanhok match. Let's not give any less credit to ISSL. They definitely, I think, had a bit of a disadvantage point. Maybe it was a surprise attack. Who knows? So let's see how RGC OPEX is going to pull it off. With that, I think we saw one hell of a Miramar match where RGC OPEX coming in with how many? 12 kills, 13 kills, I think. We'll be seeing the points table after a small break. So I think we'll quickly go into a small break and come back with the Sanhok match, and definitely we'll be liking to hear from these players. So I think at the end of the 4 matches, we'll be likely to hear from a few players on how they think today's matches went on. But let's see, after a small commercial break, we'll be coming back with Sanhok.
Switch to the best internet experience in Maldives. Because it's not fun when your internet's slow. Have less buffering, more fun.
hello everyone and welcome back. After Miramar, we had the biggest map in PUBG Mobile, and now we are down to the smallest map in PUBG Mobile. I think we have Sanhok, Dhaka. I think that's going to be the snake map that we all love to see, all the snakes right below your feet. So I think we'll be seeing a lot of those camping snakes in today's match. And talking about the match, I think we already have some action underway. So let's see what's happening.
Yeah, so let's definitely get into the game, and once we do, obviously, I think, to be honest, I'm a little bit fed up of seeing so many snakes, but hopefully in this we'll see more, aggressive action, especially maybe in POIs like Paradise, Boot Camp, even Painan. I mean, I'm down to see them, just having a go at each other. I mean, and we know that, especially teams like OPEX, they don't really want to sit around being too quiet. They want to, convert their points, get those kills, chase down teams, but obviously in this map, it's going to be a lot more difficult than the previous one. But same being said, you won't be able to run away from a team if they're chasing you for sure, because access to or the scooter curse. I wonder whether we'll see it in these games as well, the scooter curse and the vehicle curses in general. But I think I have an idea of where at least a few of these teams are going to be landing. But with that, Sanhok definitely going to be a very, very action-packed, a much quicker game for sure. And it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top here, because right now I think game number 1 we saw us on top, and we saw the side of SDZ just holding their own. Second game they were the first team to get eliminated, so they are going to be looking for some blood in this game for sure. Like you said, I think a lot of teams will be looking out for the teams that took them out during the Miramar game and just give them some revenge. But with that, teams are settling in. We do see the MD team already just settling themselves in boot camp. IS going to their usual position, which is ruins. They got their victory during the Red Bull Sri Lanka tournament as well, landing in this position. So let's see if they'll be able to convert into the international standards as well. But right now, zone also already forming, as you can see, and it's already favoring the top right side of the map. So players in Paradise, I think the OPEX team is already there, so they'll be looking to clear it out as soon as possible and just hold down that POI for a very long time and just keep securing kills over and over. And with that, we are taking a look at the Code Blacks team. They were having a decent run in the Miramar map. I believe they ended up with around 6 or 7 kills. So it's going to be interesting to see how they perform in this. They do have, I believe, 1 player in the vicinity, actually, maybe 2. But I think if they can clear them out very, very quickly, they might be able to get those early points. But, usually we don't see it. But this time we actually might, since it is Sanhok and teams don't really want to play around for too long. And with that, we do see our previous games winners. Once again, it's going to be the OPEX team. And with that, I think we do have the points table. So I think you can take it for a bit here, Monkey.
Yep, I think this is the standings after the second match. I think RGC OPEX, look at that boost coming into 43 points already from 2 matches. So in the overall standings, I can't imagine where they are right now. I think probably somewhere in 6 and 7. So a nice game coming in from them. ISSL falling to second place and SDZ falling so below because of that too soon that they had. And we have an early action coming in from 187 Esports. That's going to be another pro team over here facing an underdog team. That's going to be Code Blacks, who is an underdog apparently in the international scene. So let's see how 187, we can see their rankings right now. Current rankings being 11th place with 8 points and 5 kills only. I think this is not the performance that they were expecting tonight with 1 more match to go. Let's see how well can 187 do against Code Blacks being in the same drop location. I mean, this is the fight for the drop location, if I'm not wrong. So I think from day 3 or day 4, if they come across the same group again, I think they will be on one upcoming day. So I don't think they'll be dropping down in the same location, Dhaka.
Yeah, definitely. It will depend on whether they are able to clear them out or not. I think just that the fear factor has to come in, and obviously when a team is a lot better than you, it kind of starts messing with your head as well. So you give up certain sure shot locations that you usually want to secure, and that is usually when teams get into your head, it's very difficult to kind of get out of that slump, and that's where usually you either see teams dominating other teams very easily, or you see the birth of rivalries. But anyway, one thing I wanted to mention was I think 187's Viper there was basically rushed down by the side of Code Blacks, but he was able to kill at least 1 player and then knock another. So almost getting that 1 versus 4, but in the end just getting overpowered a bit by the numbers coming in from Code Blacks. They do tend to play together quite often. We don't see them split as much as we see other teams. So that is going to be something that they might want to play to their strengths, obviously. But right now they have decided to split up and look for different angles and different opportunities for them to get these points. So currently, team number 10 and team number 15, that's going to be 187, and the Gold Flags team just going to be staring down each other. We've seen them quite often. They don't want to get eliminated very, very early. But with that, we'll be moving on to the Destiny team. They've already lost Yaka at the moment. They only have Rexter, Choco, and Devil. They haven't had a great run in terms of this particular group. So as you can see, they're ranked 10, so just one rank above the side of, I believe it was 187. But right now, we're seeing a very, very easy opportunity to bring down Toxin here, and Taxin almost, just basically doing a 180 and taking down Devil there. And those kind of opportunities are not the type of opportunities you want to give up. But with that, now we see OPEX once again on the high ground. You can see them just pressuring the side of Team Destiny here, and they are not in a very comfortable spot, as you can see. And OPEX not going to let them rotate freely, as you can see, just trying to get different angles is going to be unknown. I think he has an idea that Choco is right under him. And earlier we saw, they almost lost one of their players, but in the end, the conversion wasn't there coming in from the side of Team Destiny. They're losing a very, very easy knock. But with that, now Devil already once again out in the open, and Toxin as well. He does manage to spot out Rexter. This should be an easy 3 points, and Rexter, not knowing that Toxin was on the high ground, gives away another free kill. And now OPEX already on the board. They might actually get a full 4 here, and I don't think the player from the side of Team Destiny is going to be able to make himself out here, because Unknown is going to cover the right and the rest of the team is going to be holding the high ground. So he's going to come up for air at some point, but right now he's going to be playing a glitch in the low ground here, so they might actually have to let him go, but we'll have to wait and see for that. And with that, Unknown might actually be looking for that full-on rotation, just maybe get to the other side and just peek in from the other side and see whether they can get that kill onto Choco here. Choco in a very, very difficult spot, as you can see, and I don't think they know that he's there. Maybe they thought that he went back to revive the player. But Choco right now in a bit of a decent position if anyone wants to contest him. I mean, there's no way that the side of OPEX is going to basically drop down and try to get this kill, because if you do get knocked while you're jumping down, you're going to immediately die in the water, and he's in a spot where he can basically have his gun out, where he's not in that swimming action. And with that, Unknown actually running into T-Rex here, and he actually drops down quite low, and now the rest of the team should be having their focus onto the bridge here. And with that, T-Rex, he might be able to heal up a little bit. Tapfire is coming in from Toxin as well. Iran also now showing himself once again, as you can see, and Toxin not giving them any opportunity to put pressure onto Unknown here. And with that, Hunter going to be getting onto the high ground here once again, looking for a completely different angle. And with that, Unknown dropping down to the low ground as well. Trex is going to be able to heal up, and now team number 19 is going to have their focus onto team number 12. So as predicted, we are getting a little bit of early game action. Toxin does take a headshot there, but Aliun gets a knock onto Rexter, as well as Devil, as well as Iran, in terms of what they're showing on the kill feed. But yeah, that's interesting. I mean, it was showed on the kill feed, but it's not happening, so I'm not sure what's that was a little bit of a I think they were punking me or something there with that. But anyway, with that, we do see Zaggers coming in, so Mount Olympus looking for their initial points. They're going to get 2 by taking down 2 players from the side of Soldiers. They were split, so they're going to secure 2 easy kills for them, and they are going to be looking to accumulate more points. As you can see, they are ranked 5th overall with 19 points and 7 kills. They want to be in that top 3 position for sure. So with that, sorry, it's not overall, it's in this group, not overall, so sorry, just making sure I correct myself. In this group right now, they are sitting in 5th position. But with that, what do you think so far in terms of how the game is progressing, Monkey?
What I have noticed from the last match, I think first match, I don't know if it was a test for OPEX. They just wanted to see how tough the lobby was. But with that, I think 2 knocks coming out. Unknown also getting finished off by Infinity Club, and Toxin also getting finished off. Now they have the loss of 2 players. That's not what they would have expected. I was just about to say RGC OPEX is not giving up the hunt. I mean, they are literally not letting Team Destiny Choco. I mean, come on, man. I'm just surviving on my own just down that cliff. Why are you guys hunting me? But these guys don't go easy. They want all the kills for themselves. But let's see, already 2 kills secured, but they are in a tough spot. They already have the tabletop in this group, in terms of this group. So once the overall is out after 4 matches, we'll be seeing. And Tora with a beautiful spray onto Xtreme, tries to go for another one, but not getting it. Now it's Snipey against the rest of the world, against Mount Olympus. The rivalry, somehow or other, matches them inside the match. I mean, that's unexpected. They didn't have the same drop location. They had totally different drop locations, but they are here for that fight. And Tora getting some shots fired at him right now. Let's see Snipey. I don't think he's in a really good position to snipe himself. Oh, the nade coming down to 1 HP. Snipey getting taken down by Zagots, and now Zagots might as well. I mean, the revive is going into a Xtreme, so that's going to be an easy revive. Another nade coming in. Mivzal trying to go with some few shots, but no. I think Mivzal is in a really bad position right now. Let's see how well can SDZ Esports do it again. And Mivzal getting the knock on towards Xtreme. And now the rush actually coming in. The cover fires are there. Zute going down. I mean, he shouldn't have switched his gun. And now it's only Tora remaining for the team, I think, of SDZ. Yep, it's only Tora against everyone. And now Zagos is going into full rush. They're getting the kills secured. I don't think SDZ Esports is going to survive this right through. I think that's a really bad call. Bad fight coming in by, I mean, Zute actually making a tiny mistake over there. But SDMZ also not far away. But now what will Tora do against Mount Olympus? That's going to be Zagots against the rest of the... I mean, sorry, it's going to be Tora against the rest of the world. Let's see if Tora is able to do something. And Tora down to his low HP. 1 HP. I think he's going to get taken down at this point. The big shots coming in. Zagots down to his 1 HP. And Tora gets finished off by Aruksan from the other end. 6 kills on the board for Mount Olympus. SDZ Esports getting eliminated again with a too soon coming in from them.
I don't think that was a fight they wanted to take. I mean, they did get their knocks initially, but they weren't able to convert it. And obviously, rushing into high ground is never, ever going to work out for you. And that's exactly what we saw. So even Zute just mispositioning. But with that, I think it's going to be ISSL team running in now. If they can get the finish onto Mount Olympus here, they do get 2 knocks here. But in the end, GB does go down. So the trade is there. If they do get the clearance here, they might be in contenders for the first place spot once again in this group. But right now, they are going to be looking to recover. The damage control needs to come out. Right now it looks like one of the players are not reachable, but with that ISL team, they need to try and convert the points here. Xtreme is also on the ground right there. He's going to probably crawling to Zagas to get himself picked up once again. The nades are going to play a huge part here. Mamata once again, he wants to get these points on the board. The nade comes in, it's cooked obviously, and with that he does get the full kill. They don't see one of these players on the low ground. They actually find him -2, spot him out, and he's going to get that kill. And now the tables have turned. So Mount Olympus off a fresh, really good defeat in the end. Now once again, we do see another third party, this time coming in from SDMZ, and with that Mount Olympus actually might get eliminated here. They actually might have already gotten eliminated. They have. So the third party coming in once again, and now ISL have to deal with team number 20. The third party is rolling into this once again. The action just keeps on coming. It's the gift that keeps on giving, and this is exactly what we want to see. And now it looks like SDMZ is getting third party by team number 17. Are you kidding me? These teams don't have any room to breathe whatsoever. Action keeps on piling up, and this is what we want to see in the Sanhok map. We don't want to see a bunch of camping snakes. We want to see action, and with that, looks like they're going to rotate out. They want nothing to do with that sort of action, and with that, ISL team is going to be able to pick up the pieces of their team. Obviously, they're going to be able to recover and reset, and with that, put themselves in a much better position. And with that, on the other side of things, we do see the Blade team taking on the side of team number 22. Still not aware what their name is. I'm extremely sorry. But anyway, with that, it's going to be Quadrants. So thank you so much, Squadrons, Team Squadrons. So with that, they have 1 knock, but Boyka is also down, and with that, I think team number 22, the Squadrons team, is going to be able to recover all of their players. And Toxic now just holding this compartment, looking for any sort of knocks. I think he's aware that there's a player just outside on the fence here using the cover, but if he jumps out, he might be in a little bit of trouble here, and he's going to go for the 1-1. He has the low ground here, playing the cover, pre-firing as well, but really well played coming out from Blaine right there. I believe Blank right there, and he's going to be able to get the knock onto the the side of Blade. So Blade losing 2 of their players, not in the most ideal situations. And once again, the Vector coming to play, and with just 1 HP left, he's going to be able to bring down one of the players from Squadrons, but immediately gets traded out. And with that, now it's up to Whiskey. Can Whiskey really do it here? It's a 1 versus 3 situation. They need to converge on his location, just surround him, and they do. So in the end, it's going to be the player from Squadrons just being able to clear out the rest of the team right there. So great stuff coming out from them. They're going to be converting them into points. So that's going to be 4 points right there. And yes, Monkey, what's up?
Did you actually see Choco? I mean, he's still there. I mean, Choco, I think it's safe for you to go to some other spot right now. Or is he just disconnected there? I can't understand what's happening. I mean, maybe we can have a closer look into Choco sometime later. But Choco, definitely you can move away from there. With that, we have ISSL with 5 kills already. I think that was the fight. I think they were expecting to find RGC OPEX, but RGC OPEX got taken down already early on. So we have a spot opening for the top spot. I think ISSL has the spot opening right now. They can easily get it, but let's see how it's going to go in for them. Mount Olympus also falling short. I mean, too many third parties coming in. I mean, Sanhok is the map known to have the majority of the third parties, because wherever there's a fight, there will be a third party. But let's see how it's going to go. Look at that zone. That's definitely a unique zone that we're going to see. I mean, if we could see part of it in the water and part of it in the land, it's going to be one hell of a bloodbath. But let's see, as we have already, I think 6 squads being taken down, if I'm right.
Looks like 5.
Yep, so we have 5 squads being taken down already. So that's some early fight that we did not see in the early matches. And that was some of the top teams. That's going to be RGC OPEX, SDZ Esports, and Mount Olympus being taken down. So definitely we'll be seeing if ISIS can get their second chicken dinner, or we'll be seeing a new team get the chicken dinner.
I mean, as of right now, I mean, for everyone who's watching who don't know, I still have been playing a lot of Sanhok recently, and I mean a lot. And their previous performances, they've come out with chicken dinners on 4 of those 6 occasions. So they are definitely going to be feeling confident moving into this map for sure. And obviously, it's a much slower paced game for them in terms of what they were playing previously. But anyway, let's see. With that, we'll be taking a look at what looks like a team number 18. So OPMF Spectrals, they're currently in 9th in overall, not overall in this group. Once again, I obviously have to correct myself, because this is a completely when I say overall, it's between all the groups, but I'm talking about the current group that they are playing in. So with that, we'll be coming into team number 11. So far they played quite slow. They've been running into, I believe it was 187 previously, but right now, you know, they are holding down Paradise. They're looking for any sort of third parties or any sort of pressure that they can apply on these other teams. But with that, they need to start rotating as well. I don't think the zone is going to pull their way, so they need to maybe start looking at rotating very, very soon once this zone does close. It's only been 3 zones, and we've seen 5 teams be eliminated already. And with that, we'll take a look at Port Black's team taking their truck for a drive. But now we do see Num Dum Juice taking on the BTX team. So right now, running in the open here, we might see Aki in a lot of pressure here. So the rest of the team actually running in, and Aki is going to get taken out quite easily, just getting overpowered by the numbers. So looks like the duo that moved with this buggy is going to be able to clear it out. And with that, once again, Mahu actually gets taken out, and quick 4 kills coming out from the BTX team. They are very clean, very precise. And with that, Num Dum Juice going to have to sit this game out in the lobby. They're not going to be very too happy about that. So with that, we'll be coming at the WG Bullet Track team, or the BTX team. So they are currently ranked 7th with 16 points and 5 kills. So they haven't been really converting in terms of the points, but this game looks like they might benefit out of this small map. So with that, team number 10 currently facing off against the Code Black team. They do have 1 knock on the side of 187. So once again, the battle that was initially taking place is now resumed once again, but looks like the side of Squadrons do want to kind of third party and maybe interrupt the party that they're having as well. So right now they don't have a clear idea where these players are, given on how these players are kind of situated. But anyway, it's going to be definitely very interesting to see how they clear up things here, and they need to start rotating as well. They only have about 20 seconds, and then they'll be stuck in the 4th zone. Obviously, 4th zone still very, very much survivable. Once the 5th zone starts closing, that's where you'll be feeling a lot of that damage. So as you can see, the teams that are still alive, we can see 6 teams have gotten eliminated, and the last team to get eliminated was Nam Nam Juice. With that, they've only gotten very minuscule points, so only Mount Olympus with overall 6 points when they got eliminated, obviously getting very, very unfortunate with the third parties rolling in. But with that, now once again the squadrons team looking to rotate. I think team number 10 might have an opportunity to bring someone down here, but looks like they're not going to expose their location here. Not too confident with taking that fight. And with that, team number 22, the squadrons team, going to be looking to get situated in the new zone. And team number 18 doing the exact same thing. They might actually run into each other here. And with that, Illusion taking the driver's seat, and Steve going to have to pressure them while sitting in the shotgun seat. But anyway, coming into blank here. So he's once again, they have rotated in. They're looking to third party. They do lose one of their players. I think, no, it actually isn't one of their players, I believe. So with that, team number 18 right now, a lot of switching happening right here. So very difficult to get a little bit situation, but looks like they're trying to pressure team number 10 here. And with that, they are going to go into what we haven't seen throughout most of this game, which is going to be snake mode. So just getting into cover, making sure they're not visible to any other team, because you know this is where the third party fights are going to start happening. And with that, now we're taking a look at Infinity Club. So right now it's going to be Johnny fixing up his health, as you can see. And with that, team number 18 is in their crosshairs. The sprayers just come in, but the smoke is there to cover their line of sight, so making them very, very inaccurate in terms of where they are shooting, because they have to kind of guess to get those knocks. But with that, 187 looking for a nade there. They do see one of these players going down. He might be able to get the kills there. With that, Adam actually getting 2 of those kills there on Mozart as well as Vendetta. And with that, he actually does get taken out there. Thule just overexposing himself, and with that, getting taken out from a completely different team. So team number 11, once again, they are here to put a damper onto the progress that's happening from team number 187 here. And team number 11, they were being quite silent, and now they're looking to convert into kill points. And team number 25 also quite close, so they might be able to pressure also. So with that, they're going to go in for the revive. It's going to be Godda getting picked up here. Godda or Godda, I believe it's Godda actually. He's going to be picked up. Team number 25, the BTX team, once again looking for more kill points here, just entering the zone as of right now. And with that, team number 18 looking to get the kills themselves, as you can see. And with that, they've been setting their sights on the team number 12 here, the Infinity Club team. Johnny out in the open. He does have a shot. He's deciding not to take it, or maybe he just doesn't see him. We can never be too sure. Johnny right now in a little bit of danger, but with that, looks like he's going to let them go. We can see the ISSL team also rotating on the left side of the DVB team here. They only have 2 players, but 2 players, as it turns out, has seemed to be quite enough to secure that second dinner if you have a really, really good position. But as they drive away, they do get shot for a completely different location, and with that, they actually might be safe here, and they're going to get down and start securing and locking down this position that they have secured for themselves. We can see the ISSL team off in the distance. We can see team number 11 off in the distance, and we can see the BT team also out in the distance for sure. So we'll be seeing more action as these zones start closing. The 5th zone also now closing, as you can see. And Jimmy looking to flash the player here as well. I don't think it's going to work out for them. BT team now in a very, very difficult spot. ISL team once again gatekeeping them and not allowing them free passage. The smokes are going to be used. I believe they do see Swaggy here, but not able to convert it into a knock here. Swaggy just able to rotate into this building with the rest of his team, but now Jimmy has given away his position, and now they're going to have to deal with that fight. And with that, the Code Blacks team right now cooking a nade, trying to throw it onto team number 11 right there once again, but getting shot from the back. It looks like team number 12 is going to be the culprit. So it's going to be Infinity Club now with the high ground on Code Blacks team, and we see Roma taking a lot of damage, and on the other side, Prince is going to get taken down, but Roma does manage to sneak into the zone. So is the Infinity Club team going to look for this final kill? Is Roma going to be able to get off a medkit is the question here. It's currently a 1v1 situation, but the rest of the team is converging on Roma's location, and with that, he does get the kill very easily using the Tommy as well. And with that, we'll be coming back to the ISSL team, who has taken one player down from the side of STMZ. It's going to be Saika who gets taken out here, and Maddie now with the smoke trying to go for the revive, but the pre-fire or the fire into the smoke coming in from Amata, and now the rest of the team letting him know that they know exactly where he is. He needs to try and cross to the other side with the rest of his team. They need to make their way into the zone. They have 7 kills already, and I think they cleared out the BTX team as well. With that, now approaching the high ground is going to be ISSL. They have to compete with the Infinity Club team, and with that we can see Code Blast getting eliminated on the screen. With that, they do make it into zone. They have a okay location. I mean, you don't want to be playing low ground. Obviously, you want to be better off on the high ground. But I think they hear Infinity Club pressuring the side of SDMC as obviously because you can hear the gunshots coming out from them. And with that, we can see team number 18 as well, just rotating out from the right side once again. And ISL team just holding their pace for the moment, slowing things down. It's the last 5 teams, as you can see. It's the most heated moments. Molotov coming in from Sky9 here, but Psycho moving to the left, and once again here we come. Here we see the sprays coming in from the Tommy. 50 bullets almost being emptied into that smoke, but the side of team number 20 are like a bunch of ninjas. They're just making their rotations almost effortlessly and almost converting it into points, as you can see. So getting one knock there onto Sky9 there, and with that Johnny also falling extremely low, literally on 1 health there. So usually we say one shot when we hit like 2 bullets, but this is actually 1 shot. And with that, Iran is going to have to hold off, try to maybe help or assist the rest of Infinity Club in trying to get this revive. And with that, I think Modi has had enough. He wants to go in for the kill. They are not going to wait around for team number 12 to recover, and finally running into the player. But Iran does get the knock on Modi, but immediately the trade is there from full. And team number 12, the Infinity Club team, is going to have to go back to the lobby. And with that, team number 20 make almost very difficult rotation seem very, very easy with 3 of their players still left in the game. And now the ISL team going into snake mode to try and get a very, very silent rotation, maybe a jump onto the DVB team. So let's see whether they can establish themselves really well in this group with another chicken dinner, or whether the other 2 teams are going to put a wrench in the cogs or wrench in the works for them. So SDMC now in a very, very good spot. They have the high ground. They'll be rotating into the zone as well. Looks like they'll be going face to face with the ISL team. They have lost Lucifer. They've lost Jimmy as well. So while we were looking elsewhere, they have lost one of their players. So with that, it's going to be a 2 versus 2 versus 3 situation, I believe. So 2 players on the side of DVB, 2 players on the side of ISSL, and we have the 3 players on the side of SDMC. So SDMC making what seemed to be almost an impossible rotation with some outplays and some really good close range combat and a lot of confidence. So coming into these intense moments, we're finally being able to get an opportunity to breathe. But with that, I don't think it's going to be lasting long for a very, very long time. And with that, ISL as well as the DMBZ team is going to have the zone at the moment. So with that, we'll be seeing the the DVB team moving into zone as slowly as they possibly can. I don't think they've spotted out Mamata, so we can see the aerial view of where these teams are currently situated. So if they do give away their positioning, I think team number 20 is going to have a very easy time spotting them out with the high ground here. They haven't split up too much. It's a 2-1 split for the side of team number 20, as you can see. But right now, taking a little bit of damage, just trying to climb this rock, trying to get a little bit of height, spot out the remaining snakes here. So it's going to be SDMC's Psycho. So once again, zone starting to close. They need to move forward, inch their way forward. Even the ISL team need to make their way forward. So each team looking for an opportunity to put some pressure onto the other teams. They obviously can't find out where these players are. I don't think anyone will be going in for a heal battle. And with that, we see Mamata actually getting a knock onto one player from DVP. And with that, he has given away his location. He's going to get taken out by Maddie here. And with that, it's a very, very easy conversion for them. And they are going to secure the chicken dinner. So going from very, very intense to very calm in those final moments. But in the end, SDMC just doing almost very, very amazingly to secure the chicken dinner for themselves in this Sanhok map.
Yep, and I think we saw amazing plays coming in that final circle. I think SDMC finally getting that chicken dinner that they've always wanted. And INC, I think they had a better view. I mean, they had the better zone over there in terms of SDMC getting that place, fighting for that spot and getting that place. I think they did a really, really amazing play. But SDMC, as I told, they are also known to be in that PMCO spring split, which was held last season. I think they performed there as well, and now they are showing that they are still capable of coming back with better and better performance. But with that week, nevertheless, I think ISSL team again trying to maintain their consistency, coming in second place. I think having around 7 to 8 kills approx. So I think they'll be topping the table right now, Dhaka, because they had 2 really good games and I think only 1 bad game. So we have 1 more game for the night. That's going to be another Erangel. So let's see who's going to come up on top. So we have 3 matches, 3 different chicken dinner teams. I mean, just like day 1. I mean, can't no one, none of the teams, I mean, who got the chicken dinner, can't you get a double chicken dinner? I mean, we would like to see a double chicken dinner definitely. So let's see how the teams are with the standings after a small break. So we'll be coming back with the Erangel match. So stay tuned, guys. Don't go anywhere. This is just getting started. I mean, the heat is on right now. So we'll be seeing how Erangel is going to go on.
Easy Makikoba. ಈಸಿಮ್ಮಕಿ ಫೋನುಗ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಕೊಂಗಿನ್ನ ಸಿಮ್ ಕಾರ್ಡೆ ಈಸಿಮ್ ಬೇನು ಕುರಾಣಿ ಕಿಹಿನೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಫುರತಮ ಈಸಿಮ್ ಬೇನು ಕುರವೆ ಫೋನೆಕ್ಕಂ ಯಗಿನ್ ಕುರೆವುಮ uridu.mv ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಜಿಯಾರೆ ಕುರವ್ವ ಯ ಫಹು ಬೇನು ಫುಳುವ ಈಸಿಮ್ ಅದಿ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಖಿಯಾರ್ ಕುರೆವುಮ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಗೆ ಮೌಲುಮಾತ್ ಫುರಿಹಮ ಕುರೆವುಮ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನು ಫೋಮ್ ಎಫೆನಿಲ ವಾಣೆ ಫೋಮ್ ಗವಾ ಮೌಲುಮಾತ್ ಫುರಿಹಮ ಕುರೆವುಮ ಫಹು ಬೇನು ಫುಳುವ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಂಗವಾ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಫುರಿಹಮ ಕುರವ್ವ මිහාරු ඊසිම් ඇක්ටිවේට් කරවුණි
Wow. Are we
Yeah,
live?
no, guys.
We're not live, right? Okay, we're live.
I'm sorry, guys.
Wow. Hi, good morning.
Hi, Lana. So Lana is here with us. I mean, she came after a long hibernation nap. I mean, she really needed that, I think. But she's here to entertain you guys finally. So I mean, she's that sleepy. I think we can't even turn on her camera, so we just put a photo of her so that you all know that she exists still in South Asia Wildcard Pro League. Dhaka, with that. I think we'll be seeing the last match. That's going to be Erangel, the last and final match for the night. We saw some really exciting players coming in from ISSL. Definitely, Mamata definitely showing some iconic players, being a real elephant over there. And then we saw RGC OPEX hunting literally each and every team that they got across in Miramar. And in Sanhok, we saw SDMZ that played it by the book, came to the last zone, got a few kills and got the chicken dinner points. So we saw three different types of players. The fourth match, I don't know what are we going to see. So Dhaka definitely excited. Now that Lana is also here, I think both of you can really keep them updated.
Yeah, you can go now. I'm here. Dhaka's face is just like, don't worry, I got this. I'm here now. I'm full energetic. I'm ready for this. Okay, let's go.
All right, so we have some energy in the house finally, and with that, we'll be getting into the final last game here. So right now, it's a bit of like a mix of who's going to be coming out on top. Obviously, we've had three different games, three different chicken dinners, and a really, really great performance coming out from SDMC in that final game. Their rotation was just amazing, especially how they got into that position, just taking out the Infinity Club team. I think that was definitely a key turning point because Infinity Club had all the chances there to clear them out, but they just did not get aggressive enough, playing really passively there, and in the end, SDMC taking advantage of that situation in the end, coming out on top overall, and hoping to see, like Adil mentioned, the team getting back-to-back chicken dinners, because I don't think at the moment we've seen it. So even in the initial group, we saw 4 different teams, 4 different chickens, and even in this one, we'll probably be seeing that because of the level of gameplay that we'll be seeing. But anyway, we're back in Erangel, and with that, looking at where the teams are currently landing, what are your initial opinions, Nana?
So I think everyone's just going to their respective drop locations right now. And the zone, though, literally in a corner to the left. Let's see.
Yeah, definitely. So anyway, very interesting zone like Lana mentioned. And with that, we already do see Mount Olympus once again looking to get their third victory over SDZ here. So SDZ so far throughout this group has been struggling. They did manage to post up a decent amount of points in the initial game. But with that, we'll be taking a quick look at the standings and you'll see exactly where the teams are. So currently, it's going to be ISL on top with 50 points and SDMC right behind them with just 1 point difference. And then RGC, OPEX, obviously, sitting in third place right now. And with that, Infinity Club in fourth place, making quite the comeback. So anything can happen in this game. But SDZ right now in a lot of trouble, as you can see. Mount Olympus looking to really rain on their parade. So just putting a damper on them in the Miramar match as well, and with that putting a damper on them in the Sanhok map. So the only time that SDC were able to make any sort of headway was in the initial Erangel map, and even that seems to be not going their way currently. They're feeling the pressure, and they have actually already lost one of their players. So Mount Olympus now in a very, very strong position to take this fight completely. So just making sure that they can convert Trotter, jumping out and then immediately turning around there. So Axum, they are almost getting that conversion there, and if they did, I'm pretty sure we were seeing the rest of Mount Olympus just converged on their positioning. But with that, it looks like they'll be looking to gain the high ground, try to get a knock, and maybe from there start playing off the rest of their team, obviously. And now they're just getting to position, trying to find the angles to pressure the side of SDZ. They're probably not going to let them rotate for free. They see Torter playing on the fence there. He might actually get the knock here. He does. So Zegas there with the kill or the knock onto Zute. And with that, we'll probably see Mount Olympus start rushing them and just trying to get these conversions onto points for sure. Torter already starting the revive here, and we can see Simon, I believe, is going to be Simante actually pushing in with Axiom, and with that they do get the 2 kills. And
Oh wow.
okay,
Okay, too much.
okay,
Calm it down.
punched out. Okay, I was not expecting that. So Mount Olympus showing some dominance right there, and with that Snipey is going to be leaving the rest of his team behind. I don't think they'll be able to catch up to him anytime soon or just find out where he is, but they're definitely checking there. And what did you think about that little display, Lana?
I mean, in like a tournament like this, especially, I think that's gonna be held very offensive. But let's see, they're gonna have to face the aftermath, right? I don't think that was the best choice to like face someone. Wow, I don't know, man. But to be honest, have
sorry.
you,
Go
like
ahead.
in a scrim, have you ever done that to anyone?
No, I never
No?
do that to people. I'm very nice. Like, people do it to me, but I never do it to them.
Oh, okay, cool. That was a random question, but I have done it.
Okay, good to know.
Great. Nice.
Anyway, with that, I think more than looking forward to the end of this game, I'm really looking forward to what Monkey has to say about that. But we'll find out his opinion at the end, obviously, when this game is over. But with that, let's resume and get back into the action. That's what we came here for. We'll be taking a look at the Code Blacks team right now. So the Code Blacks team, as you can see, are making their rotation. So they'll go all the way to the bottom left of the map. It's going to be a very interesting zone. I think teams that can take advantage of maybe Gatka's positioning might maybe get a decent spot there. But to be honest, when you're on the high ground in those buildings in Gatka, you can always get shot from various directions, and that is not something you want. Obviously, you will definitely feel a lot of pressure if you are the first team that is rotating into that area. But with that, they're actually heading off all the way in the direction of Yasna. So I think they might be in search of more loot for sure. But right now things are quite quiet. All 16 teams still in the lobby, and I think the SDZ team is the only team with only one player left alive. But anyway, with that, right now just looking for anything and everything that they can get. I mean, one thing we've seen quite often in this map is the fact that players use vehicles quite often just to create some sort of cover in that late game, and it can be the difference between winning and losing, obviously, especially with a very unique zone like the one we are currently seeing. So if you ever do get stuck out in the open field, you can kind of create a barrier for yourself, but you have to make sure to take out the tires. That is something that most lower level teams do forget to take out, because it does lower the vehicle, otherwise you can get shot in your toes. And with that, we'll be taking a look at 187. Team 187 so far been having a average run in terms of how they perform throughout this group right now, but obviously they do have a few more matches upcoming in the upcoming days, so that's something they're going to be looking out for to kind of turn around the overall standings once we do get to that. But right now they're just making their rotation into the lower left half of the map, as you can see right now, just a little bit outside of Pochinki, just past the hill onto the lower ground, as you can see on the overall map. With that, obviously Mount Olympus right now reigning supreme at Pochinki, and even the Infinity Club right now converging in that location, but I don't think they'll try to take an engagement there. But with that, the rest of the players, as you can see, are situated. Some teams are situated outside of the zone, others are just rotating in, and some already settled in. But for the moment, I think most teams will be looking to just kind of slow down, and with that, we might see the end of the SDZ's team here. Snipey now in a little bit of a tight situation here, facing up against the C&E team. Even they have been having quite the difficult run in this group, so I think even getting one free pick off for them will pay off quite a bit. And he still only has a S12K, and I believe that looks like an M16A4. I'm not 100% sure until he picks it up, obviously. Beautiful design on it though, at least. So you can see.
All right,
team
what
number
would
11.
you do? What would you do if you were Sniper at the moment? I'm telling you, pro and Sniper, you gotta camp. You gotta hide, man. Just camp.
Yeah,
hide.
the one benefit, of course, that Snipey has right now is the fact that nobody is going to be looking for him, because usually when you do rotate into an area and you scout it, you look for like potential full team, right? And he's in a location where his footsteps can't be heard. So at the moment, and he has great cover, to be honest. So even if they want to approach, they have to approach in a vehicle, and that might give him a chance to kind of reduce the numbers from team number 11. But looks like he wants to get aggressive. Looks like he won't be taking your advice anytime soon, Lana.
Come on. I give the best advice, like prone. That's what you gotta do.
Yep, definitely. So when in doubt, prone. There we have it. So professional advice coming in from Lana for sure. But right now, things very, very slow. So we're moving into the team that is currently sitting in second place for this group. And Psycho making a very psychotic play, as you can see, and gets taken out by OPEX. And OPEX is not going to miss those opportunities, easily securing the kill onto Psycho. Surprise. So just going into scout there, paying the price. And with that, I think STMC might be looking to rotate away from OPEX, because you know how aggressive OPEX wants to get. They might even chase them down, to be honest. And with that, we'll be coming back into the side of Snipey. Still not proning. He's going to get shot from a completely different angle from team number 11. He should go down here, and he does. So the AKM coming down. So, yep, should have taken Lana's advice, should have proned, and shouldn't have gone out in the open in hindsight. But with that, we'll be coming back into the OPEX team. They're going to be looting very, very happily Psycho's box, as you can see. And with that, SDZ going to get eliminated. So they're going to be the first team to get taken out. And with that, we see Nisal actually getting taken out from DVB. DVB shooting the vehicle as well. So he's going to die almost immediately. So very, very unlucky for them there. So they're going to lose one of their players. And with that, team number 11 almost off a very short victory. Have to suffer a little bit of defeat here. And with that, OPEX once again not letting any team go, even pressuring team number 10 here, 187. And with that, are they going to chase is the question. But looks like they've actually taken another casualty of war here, and that is going to be from team number 10, it looks like. So more boxes for them to loot, with a beautiful, beautiful Joker popping out from the jack of the box. But right now, looking at the situation, any predictions to make, Lana, or do you think it'll be very difficult to predict until the last few zones?
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the team that's gonna win, or like?
Yeah, anything in terms of predictions. Do you think that they'll be fighting now? Do you think this team is going to win, or that team is going to win? I mean, anything at all.
I know a lot of teams here. I know. If you take a look at 187, Arkham, he's actually a really good player. And I'm just looking at 187 like... But when you look at it also, everyone's just... Like you said before, like everyone's just taking a vehicle and like guarding a vehicle and all that. But it looks like they're actually having a road trip. They're just going around just with a vehicle. And
yeah,
you gotta have fun too sometimes. But
I mean, I think that's the most important thing. I think you
having
need to have fun.
And like, listen, even though you boys don't win, participation matters a lot. So hats off to you guys for making it this far and just participating.
Okay, not sure how to interpret that, you boys, but okay.
Boys.
Boys, but yeah, anyway, we did see a little bit of action in the distance there. So team number 17 actually we did see at least two players getting knocked down there, but with that, we'll be moving into team number 23, looking to pressure the side of STMC here. Team number 20 just off in the distance right now. So once again, Mount Olympus right now, very, very strong off their drop, obviously taking out 3 players from SDZ, and as you all remember, obviously a little bit of punching action also. But with that, they are in the open, so if they do get spotted out, we might see a few players going down. But right now, just scouting to see if there is any teams in the general area, or if there's anyone that they can take advantage of. So right now, the OPEX team and the Mount Olympus team might be standing each other down. So STMC not looking to pressure. I mean, as you can see, they're quite a distance away, and they definitely scouted them out. So Axiom, as you can see, just was able to spot out the vehicle in the garage, as you can see. So they might have an idea that there is a team in that compound, and with that, they'll be keeping their eyes in that general direction. And with that, Laconic right now with the M24, looks like he has taken Minotaur's head off. Will he be able to take anyone else's head off is the question. So with that, Minotaur does get revived. He does heal up. With that, he is spotted running across the window right there. So with that, Siva also once again moving to the left, trying to peek, trying to look for any sort of angle that he can create. But with that, I think Laconic is just going to be very happy just sitting in this compound. And I don't think even if they do get a knock, they'll get a chance to fully kill the player that they knock, because of the situation or the position that they're in. And obviously, most of these players will be playing from that cover area. So the peek does come in, and you can see Laconic almost immediately reacting there. Siva just popped his head or just leaned there. And with that, they're going to smoke and look to rotate in that buggy, it seems. So with that, Minotaur is the one who's going to move forward through the door, gets in the vehicle, once again takes a blind shot to the smoke, but does not connect. And with that, they are going to be able to represent themselves. So far, things going very slowly. A lot of action here and there in terms of knocks, but nothing in terms of full-blown fights. So we actually get quite a bit of time to breathe, make decisions, and just rotate around. And that's exactly what we're going to be seeing from the DVB team. So we do see that they do have quite a bit of support as well on the chat as well. So let's see how they perform in this final map here. But as we mentioned it, they do get a shot from team number 11. It looks like they do manage to bring down Gudda and now Casper in a very difficult position here. And I think Laconic just missing a few shots there, mostly connecting onto the vehicle. I think he might die. Yes, they do. So that's going to be team number 11 getting eliminated. That's going to be the second squad getting removed here. Just a very unfortunate circumstance right there. And now Choco on the high ground. If they do come to loot, it's going to be a little bit of a surprise coming in from Team Destiny here. They should have an idea that the DVB team is definitely the team right in front of them, but they were spotted out. Rexter goes down almost immediately. Devil trying to take Car 98k shot, but with that he needs to pop a med because he does take quite a bit of damage. So looks like Sniper's not working out for these teams, and team number 18 now moving into the safest area that they can at the moment, and they have to leave their teammates behind for the moment. I think they can easily rotate, to be honest. They have enough and more cover at the moment. So with that, they are going to keep rotating out. So the rest going to pick themselves up after fixing their health and resetting. And now coming into OPEX right now, looking to pressure team number 17. They do have some very tight angles here, but just going against the fact that they want to push in and obviously take a risk right now. So Hunter, once again, just okay. So yep, we can see Monkey jamming. Unfortunately, you guys can't see it from your point of view, but Blade team right now getting pressured here from team number 25 here. So the BT team looking to convert into points, but once again Scout just taking so much damage. He's immediately going to get taken down, and I believe it's going to be team number 23, Mount Olympus, the team that is going to start third-partying them and making things a living hell. As you can see, Oxy also going to get easily taken down by Axiom here, or I believe it was Axon. So Axiom and Axum, very difficult to differentiate the two names, just saying. But anyway, with that, they are going to be looking to maybe try to get even more knocks here. So right now, I think they are playing on the lower ground, so they're not opting to play on the high ground. But with that, Axiom does take damage from team number 22 right now, showing their presence. I believe it is Team Squadrons right there, and with that, he might be turning their attention to that direction. Obviously, we do see, I believe it was Steve taking a lot of damage, just chilling in the buggy right there. He's going to have to get smoked. He's going to have to get picked up here, and Mount Olympus not letting a single opportunity go down there. So the Mini 14 really showing its presence, and with that, we do see the side of OPEX. They have an idea that the players on the side of Team 22, the Squadrons team, actually have gone down, and now the DP Fire not even coming out. He's just going to track Minotaur for the moment, let him go, and with that, I believe we do see Allion once again looking for the angle onto the other two players from the side of team number 22, and Minotaur tries to get down, get into cover, but we do see Hunter already pressuring him. He's out in the open a little bit, but he's able to position himself behind the buggy right there, find some cover and maybe repair his damaged health, but I don't think he'll be able to get back into that buggy again for sure. But with that, Minotaur smokes the buggy. I don't think he'll have an opportunity to get into it and start rotating, because it'll be very, very dangerous if he runs into another team. I mean, we can see the smoke from here coming out from the buggy, and with that, team number 12, I think the IRC team, the INC team right now converging as well. So they might actually get picked off by OPEX here. They're outside of the zone. They need to move in. I don't think they've scouted the fact that the OPEX team is there, even though they have shot in that general direction. They're looking at Minotaur's direction for the moment. So Infinity Club right now might be in a little bit of trouble if they don't scout well enough, but they do have the vehicles, obviously, once again, like Lana says, using the vehicles just to have a little bit of fun, go on a little bit of a road trip. But with that, we are coming into the Soldier team. They have all 4 of their players. I think they are face to face with Mount Olympus, to be honest. I don't think they know that the team right in front of them is relocated to the left. So the Blade team is going to be the team that's relocating to the left side once again. So the Soldier team going to start moving forward, and with that, taking Lana's advice, obviously going into prone mode once again, just to be a little bit safer and smoking the line of sight that maybe Mount Olympus has. But he's going to actually move on into the high ground here. He might get taken out. The rest of the team also now converging on the side of team number 14. The Blade team might be in a little bit of trouble, just trying to take away their attention from using that smoke. But Boyka might actually take a nade here, coming in from Moha here. Moha does get that kill onto Blade, as you can see, just, you know, taking out the Jeep, and with that the following explosion, they do manage to secure that kill. But I don't think they have an idea that there is another player in the area. And now Snake stuck out in the open field. We do see another team currently trying to third party. Snake living on 1 health, and he does manage to get back into cover right behind the buggy. I believe it was team number 16 who was pressuring him there, and yeah, he's very lucky there, to be honest. Very, very lucky. But anyway, the action doesn't stop there. We'll be moving on to the Cold Blacks team right here. So the Cold Blacks team will be once again using these vehicles rotated in, but once again the OPEX team might be in their way. So we have to see whether they'll be able to get down from the right side. Roma does get down on the right side. Luckily, there's no one behind them in that compound to pressure them. So right now, they're in a pretty good spot, but they need to obviously create cover here. And if this buggy explodes right now, Atom is going to be in a tough spot. And as you can see, OPEX Hunter does not miss those shots. Atom does go down. They secure the kill as well. So the Cold Blacks team right now in a lot of trouble here, and the smokes are the only things that are currently saving them from complete annihilation. And with that, Allion now pressuring the Infinity Club team as well. So the OPEX team so far looks like the zone has smiled on them. As you can see overall, I mean in this group right now, they are in 3rd place. They have 45 points with 18 kills. So they've done really consistently well over almost every single game. And obviously reminding you once again that they were your winners in the Miramar map. So once again, now they have a lot of teams that they need to pay attention to. They are paying attention to the Infinity Club. They're paying attention to the Cold Blacks team. But with that, we'll be moving into the BT team, the BTX team once again. So this time they are going to be looking at pressuring the ISL team, who we haven't seen too much of in this map. So they were the ones who won the initial Erangel map. So let's see whether they can basically create a repeat telecast in this scenario. But as of the moment, I think the BT team is actually in a very interesting spot. They're all out in the open. So the moment this zone closes, I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing their squad getting eliminated unless they have a lot of smokes to create a huge smoke wall. But ISL with the high ground right now, they have basically the call to arms in terms of when they want to pressure them and when they don't need to. But we'll be coming into Team Destiny once again. A little bit of drift showcase coming in from Rexter to turn around there on the hill, and almost immediately moving towards Choco as well as Yaka here. But team number 20 trying to run them over. We do see, I believe it was Hackshot there moving forward on team number 20 here from STMC. So the winners of the previous game. So once again, just passing Yaka here. Yaka deciding not to fire, interestingly enough, and with that, they are going to be able to bypass team number 16 and move into the next zone. But they'll be running into Mount Olympus, and with that, they actually see one player going down, and Sam right now just running in, and we might see him get taken down as well. Yes, he does get easily taken down by Arkson here, and Arkson is going to happily accept these free kills coming in from the side of team number 20. So we see the side of Blades getting taken out. So that's team number 14 being eliminated at the moment. And with that, once again, coming into OPEX, we see Swaggy getting 2 kills onto us. I believe the nade might have converted in terms of how the kill feed is showing us, but I think, but obviously we won't be 100% sure. Yeah, so ISL have been taken out from the confirmation that I have gotten from our spectators, and with that, the OPEX team right now looking to move in. They need to find a way to take out team number 16. So ISL does get eliminated. They have no points. This is the first game I think that they haven't been able to secure any type of kills at all, and the OPEX team right now feeling the pressure coming in from the side of Team Destiny. But with that, they're going to start grabbing their vehicles and start rotating, and we can see the OPMF team also getting eliminated almost very simultaneously following the rest of the teams as well. So now we can see the Num Num Juice team right now just trying to make an approach onto the side of the BT team, who's holding the high ground there. But we might see Infinity Club put a damper in their party right there. But right now he's focusing on moving forward. It's only Iran and Trex right now on the Infinity Club team. But we can see the OPEX team pushing the high ground, trying to get rid of team number 16 here, the Team Destiny. And I think they were able to bring down one. But in the meantime, we do see Allion getting taken out on the side of OPEX. And with that, they do get a kill onto Yaka here. But they don't know where the next player is. And they're making sure to find out Iran as well. As you can see, they bring down T-Rex on the other side. And with that, Hunter just immediately, he's like, I'm not going to bother trying to fire and just take an engagement right here. I'm going to start rotating. But luckily, we do see, I believe it was Toxin who has the buggy right there. So he's going to start rotating in. And once again, now we are taking a look at Hunter. So team number 24 having a lot of trouble here with the Mount Olympus Olympus team. So we have 2 players going down on the side of Mount Olympus as well. So with that, team number 24 is cleared out. So that's 13 kills going to the side of Mount Olympus. This is that one big game that they're going to be using to completely change the positioning on the groups. So let's see whether they're able to close it out. So Team Destiny does get taken out, as you can see, probably by the OPEX team. OPEX team also currently having 6 kills. They need to smoke and try to get the pickup onto Toxin here. Toxin does find himself in some pretty decent cover, as you can see. So team number 17, team number 19. With that, we do have team number 23 alive as well. So 187, team number 10, I believe they're alive as well. And Infinity Club still staying alive, surprisingly, throughout all of this. So with that, once again, the last 4 teams. So I'm not sure how we were shown 5, but it's the last 4 teams at the moment. It's going to be team number 19 once again, as you can see, just dropping down the smokes, just making sure to cover the line of sight that the Nam Nam Juice team has. And with that, we'll be seeing Mount Olympus completely recovering almost everyone. And oh, what a nade coming out from Zegats there to take out the last player there on the side of team number 18, I believe. And now team number 23, Mount Olympus, looking to get aggressive. They want these last few kills. They're targeting the side of Nam Nam Juice. And with that, even team number 19, the OPEX team, losing one of their players, but they should get revived very, very soon. But they know exactly where they are. So they need to be a little bit careful. The Molotov coming in as well towards the buggy once again. They were really good with these nades. So Zegats once again looking to finish off on a strong note with his team. Mount Olympus right now, 14 kills. Can they change it anymore? But anyway, with that, once again, rotating to the left is going to be Axiom, as you can see. So just making sure that he can pressure the side of OPEX. They are on the left. So it's a 1 versus 2 situation on the left side and a 2 versus 3 situation on the right. As you can see, they are going to be using prone to get as much cover as they can. And with that, we'll be seeing Nam Nam Juice getting taken down. And now it's a 4 versus 2 situation. Mount Olympus sitting very, very comfortably in this last final game. So will they be able to close it out, or will we see something amazing coming out from the side of OPEX right now, getting bombarded by nades in the literal sense? So Hunter right now trying to stay as low as he possibly can along with his teammate, as you can see. So Toxic and Hunter, the only 2 left alive in a very tough 2 versus 4 situation. But we've seen players 1 versus 4. Let's see whether this duo can pull off some magic for the side of OPEX. So completely intense things. I think whoever wins this game will definitely top the table here. The trade does happen, so Hunter goes down for Toxin there, but in the end, a very, very easy chicken dinner going the way of Mount Olympus. Very much deserved, and what a performance coming out with from them. An overall 16 kill chicken dinner, and they're going to be taking away 31 points from this final game. So amazing match for sure.
Yep, and what a match coming in from them. So I was literally watching that match, and we saw some fisting also happening. I mean, that was still in my mind. That was some real intense situation there. But I would like to say the rivalry, as I told, between Mount Olympus and SDZ is pretty much strong to the level of fisting each other. So that's basically what they do to each other. So I don't think that's going to matter a lot, because I think Mount Olympus has done it. They dropped in Pochinki, they took down their rivals, they went till the last circle and got that chicken dinner. And Zegots, what a performance coming in from him. I think 8 kills by him alone. So definitely we'll be seeing him on the kill leaders, I think, if he had a few other games. But what a performance coming in by them, by Mount Olympus. Aksam still doing it, still staying strong. I think they were able to get almost up to 25 points at least from that match. So I think we can talk more about it after a small break. We'll be coming in with the points table as well. So stay tuned, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the points table in 10 minutes.
එකකා අනිකකු බදයි කමා එකු ආයිලා යයිකු හිංගමජවුම් එබ්බැවන්ත කමා එකු zuwanu naeku ummid ilma eku hunara eku hivvaru esina eku bidesi gadara ihtirama eku eawasha eku miyawa ekoiki guligi ekwarikama Luis. Iko iki emena iku uridu.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. We were just having a bit of fun ourselves, obviously making this experience a lot better. But anyway, so far overall, I think we've seen some great matches, and in the end, we saw Mount Olympus taking the victory in that final game. And with that, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to be your tabletop team for this particular group at least. But overall, it's going to be interesting to see whether the team was able to get more than 60 points to get the overall number one spot. But we'll be seeing that very, very shortly. But I think so far we saw some very interesting action, some great rivalries, and the main thing is we've seen teams so far in almost every single out of all the 8 matches that we've seen so far. Every match has been a different winner. So no team has won 2 games either back to back or in general. So it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the days definitely work out. So once this group gets mixed up with other groups, but definitely we know we'll have our eye on certain teams that have been performing almost exceptionally well. So in terms of skill level, I think we've pretty much seen very, very high tier gameplay coming out from almost every single team. Some teams got very unfortunate, and some teams were just playing on top of their game, especially Mount Olympus in that last game. But overall, I think in terms of what we can expect in the grand finals, I think some of these teams are still holding back, in my opinion.
I think a lot of teams have so much more potential. I think we'll be seeing a lot of those action in the upcoming days. So we have tomorrow, I think we'll be having, if I'm not wrong, I think A versus C, I think. I'm not exactly sure. So got to check on that. But we'll be seeing that action as well. So different teams mixed up. Right now, I think the overall table is what we are lacking still. I think right about now it should be available, or I think it'll be taking some more time. But let's see. I think we can show the table tomorrow. So definitely we'll be able to show the overall standings tomorrow. As there is some technical issues as well that we are dealing with. So thank you so much everyone for tuning in to SWPL today. We had some amazing matches, some amazing performance by one of the toughest groups. I mean, those last circles in Erangel, if I have to tell Dhaka, the zone completely went for no one. The tiniest circle went completely for no one, where we saw the vehicles moving in. So give me a minute, Dhaka. You can go on. I will be back.
Yeah, sure, no problem at all. So with that, like Miracle was saying, I think we saw some very exciting in-game fights for sure. But I think the only one that was a little bit disappointing was the Sanhok one, because it was quite slow, to be honest. But so far, I think today was a really, really great experience. So far, these are the groups, these are the players that you guys have been keeping an eye on, and obviously all of you have been supporting your favorite team throughout the 8 games that we played in the 2 days, and tomorrow obviously we'll be seeing more of these teams. So once again, we'll be wishing all these teams to perform their best, and like Lana reminded all of you, make sure you guys have fun. It doesn't matter whether you end up in the first place or second place. End of the day, if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you won't be able to do it in the long term. And usually when you have fun is when you usually perform at your best. So obviously, don't put too much pressure on yourselves. Don't feel too bad. I mean, it's always good to learn from your mistakes, but you need to always have that glass half full or glass full, the whole positive mentality instead of a pessimistic mentality, obviously. But with that, so these are a few of your kill leaders we saw previously from the previous games, and obviously when it comes to the next time, you'll be able to see the overall kill leaders, overall survivals, then basically most damage done from each player. So a lot of great stats obviously coming to you from the PUBG Mobile South Asia Wildcard, which will keep you guys entertained throughout. But so far, I think I've seen some amazing PUBG Mobile, but I still feel like these teams are holding back, and I really, really want to see what these teams will be like once they get, they basically start stepping on the gas for sure. So as of right now, I think, even me and Monkey have been having a great time casting, and obviously we got Lana to cast with us for the first time.
Wow. Thanks for reminding me.
Yes.
I exist.
with that, Jaga, sorry for the interruption. I think after a small break, I think we can have Mount Olympus team captain to come on and say a few words on how the 4 matches went on. I mean, he got the chicken in the last match, but there was some performance by their team. I mean, they had a sloppy performance in the start, but they got the momentum. So we can have a few words from the team captain after a small break. So stay tuned, guys. You will be hearing from Mount Olympus Aksam.
Eku. Ekaka eku anikaku. Badai kama eku aila. Aila ya eku hingamajau. Ebba wanta kama eku zuano. Zuano na eku ummid. Ailma eku hunaru. Hunara eku hivvaru. Esina eku bidesi. Gadara ihtirama eku. Eawasha eku miyawa. Eku eki gurihin. Eku erikama. Alaluma. Adi ogatarikama eku. Ekani nuis. Eku nue nuis. Uridu.
So joining us is the captain of Mount Olympus. It's going to be Aksam. So first of all, I need to ask you, how are you feeling after that really great chicken dinner in that final game?
It feels really good.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
It
pretty
was
sure,
quite
in
easy.
that... Yeah, sorry, continue. Sorry, I'm sorry for interrupting.
The last match was actually quite easy. We just gained our confidence back, and we always had confidence in our gunfight. Now it's just a matter of time. I think we will get the first or second position, hopefully.
Yeah, that's definitely, I think that might be the case. I think y'all had a really great performance in terms of, I think y'all had overall 16 kills, and then on top of the first place, y'all got another 15. So y'all had a little bit of a slow start. So what went wrong in the initial few games, and then what did y'all change to fix it during the last game?
We just didn't have the motivation to play. Like the guys, they're just too tired after the scrims. Now it's all back. We made the changes. Now it's all good.
All right, that's definitely great to hear. So first of all, before we don't want to keep you on for too long. So what do you have to say to all your supporters? I think you do have quite a few, especially just looking at the stream itself. I think you all have quite the supportive fan base. So is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Thank you for being with us, and hopefully we won't let you down. We'll try our best.
Definitely. So with that, just before we send you off, Aksam, one last final question. So what can we expect from Mount Olympus towards the end of this South Asia Wildcard Pro League tournament?
Hopefully a top 3 finish and lots of fights from us. We're gonna take lots of fights and we're gonna go in really aggressive.
All right, so thank you so much, Aksam, for joining us. So that is the captain of Mount Olympus, ladies and gentlemen. So with that, we'll be tuning out for the day. So once we do join you guys again tomorrow, we'll be showing you all the overall points table and obviously how the things stand. And with that, we'll probably be seeing more amazing PUBG Mobile action. So stay tuned and stay tuned in to E2S Esports as well. So thank you so much once again, and we'll see you guys later.
Switch to the best internet experience in Maldives. Because it's not fun when your internet's slow. Have less buffering, more fun.